The Horrible Gamers podcast may contain content not suitable for all ages. Listener discretion is advised.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Horrible Gamers podcast, show number 203, being recorded on May the 12th, 2018. I'm one of your hosts, Jesus Gonzalez, also known as Jesus Walks a Lot. Today, I'm joined by the crew from the Great White North, Canada land itself. Ryan Gibson, Gib8777 is back. Welcome back, Ryan.
What's going on, everybody? Episode 203 of the Horrible Gamers. Let's do this.
That's right. And from the West Coast, the best coast, my friend Henley Merrill, Gunny Chief, is back. Welcome back, Henley. Welcome back.
What's happening, guys? How are you?
Hey, we're good. I'm good. Are you good?
I'm good.
You know, you're supposed to say guys and girls. There's
guys
female.
and gals.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Can I say gals?
There's female audience, you know, equal representation, Gunny. Anyways, you can follow us on Twitter at _HorribleGamers. Leave us a review on iTunes. Hit subscribe real quick. Thumbs up on Stitcher, Google Play reviews. Leave us reviews everywhere you can. You can also head over to our Facebook page. Leave a review there as well. And once you're there and you like the page, you can find a link that'll link you over to our group at facebook.com/groups/HorribleGamers. And it's a close group. You could join it. It's a bunch of people in there. Over 500 and something, almost 600 at this point, of awesome people hanging out in there, posting stuff, news, articles, clips, funny stuff, all the time. Friendships being made. There's cliques in there. You know, there's the Destiny clan group in there. There's the PUBG players. There's the Call of Duty players. There's the zombie players. There's the God of War players, there's the PS4 lovers, the Xbox lovers, the PC Master Racers. They're all in there. Everybody's in there in one big group. It's kind of crazy, but they're all in there, and it's awesome. So go join it. You can always email us at feedback@horriblegamers.com. You could always join our Discord server over at HGP Discord. Email us if you want the link. If you don't use Facebook or something, you can always email us messages on Facebook or on messages on Xbox Live or PlayStation Network or Steam. We'll send you the link for the Discord for our PC gamers. So head on over there. There's a few people in there that are strictly PC gamers, and that's where we talk to them at. And real quick, head on over to our Patreon, patreon.com/horriblegamers, like Jonathan Hall did, Alan Maybe, Joshua Wolf, Evan Tanaka, John Jerome, Adam Sunday, and Clint Thiel. Thank you guys for being Patreon supporters. We love you guys. We appreciate it. It keeps the show going. Improvements to the show are coming. So keep the money rolling in because we need it. We need it big time before we go broke and can't do this anymore. We need it. So
before we go broke?
We're really close to being broke. Our intro song is done by Fowler and Twistics. It is called The Breakout. It is a special HGP remix. You can go listen to the original song, Breakout, over on YouTube, iTunes, all the tunes. Find it, Fowler and Twistex. And our outro song is done by the band Broke for Free, and it's called Night Owl. If you like the outro song, just find them. Broke for Free, Night Owl. Guys, let's get into video games. Let's get into them. We're going to talk about them this week. One video game that's not on our list that I see, it's not on anybody's list this week, is God of War.
Why not? That's what I want to know.
I didn't play it.
I honestly
didn't play it this week.
Well, that's a lie. I played a little bit this week, but not enough to consider myself wanting to talk about it as much. Because I've been stuck on another game all week. Honestly, just one game has me stuck on it, and I beat it last night at 3 a.m.
Wait a minute. Okay, you beat it. Okay, so it's not what I thought it was going to be. Never mind. Go on.
Yeah. So I've been playing a lot of Beyond Two Souls. That is the PS Plus game that came out on May 1st, right, for PlayStation Plus users. Came out as a PS Games with Gold or whatever. So I've been playing that, and I have to say, guys, Beyond Two Souls was a cool experience. I really enjoyed it all the way through. I started playing it. it was sometime after last week's show. It was maybe that night, the day after I started playing it. I played it all day. Then throughout the week, I've been playing it on and off. And I really liked it. I thought the acting was on point. I thought the people in the story and the movie, I guess it's like a movie type, not really a game. But the people in the movie or whatever did a good job in acting. They did, it really sold me. Whenever Jodie, the girl in the story or whatever, whenever she like looked sad or was crying, it made me like fuck. Like, I felt bad for her. I was like, damn, this is really believable. She really pulled it off. Like, it really does. They do a good job with it. That's all I want to say. They do a good job with it. It's a cool story too. And the ending last night was kind of like, what the fuck? What the fuck is happening? It's kind of weird. It went like batshit crazy at the end. But the experience to get there was kind of cool. And I liked it. And I kind of...
Is there combat in this game? I haven't seen any gameplay. Walking simulator? What kind of game is it?
It's a lot like, think of like any Telltale game or Heavy Rain.
Heavy Rain or...
Oh, that's right. It is a Heavy Rain type.
It's an interactive story.
Pretty much. That's all it is. It's like a movie. You're just watching a movie and you're pressing buttons once in a while, making dialogue choices once in a while. What I thought was really cool was the way they told the story. This girl, she has a ghost. It can help her. It could fuck her over. So, like, you as the ghost get to do a lot of things, and you can help her sometimes, or you can screw her over, or you could be mean, you could be nice. You can listen to her, or you can totally choose to ignore her. So, like, it's up to you as the ghost to, like... And then at the end, it explains why she has the ghost, why everything happened the way it did, why things went the way they did. But I really liked it, dude. And I played it the way... Because there's two ways you can play this game. There's a chronological order, like it tells you the story in order, or there's like the original way it was meant to be played, which is like kind of like Pulp Fiction or something, where like the story is bouncing forward and backward and forward and backward. Like one moment you're a little fucking 3-5-year-old kid or whatever, next scene you're like a teenager, the next scene you're like an adult, the next scene you're back to a teenager, the next scene you're back to a kid. So it's a lot of bouncing around and it's kind of confusing. You got to pay attention to it. But I thought it was pretty cool the way they told it that way. I was like, this makes sense. Like all the shit I went through in the game. And you got to think like, damn, you go through a lot. Like a lot of shit happens in the game and you're just like, damn, this is fucked up. But it was really cool. And it's free, so go check it out if you have PS Plus. Cool. And it really, honestly, it kind of sold me on Detroit Become Human. Because I was having such a good time playing and I'm like... Dude, I need to get Detroit. Like, I'm having such a good time playing this right now. Or watching it or whatever. I want to play Detroit. I want to play it right now. I want it. I want it, guys. So I might get it. Yeah.
Sweet.
And if you pre-order Detroit, the deluxe edition, which is like $70 instead of $60, you get a copy of Heavy Rain for the PS4 as well. So if you've never played Heavy Rain, I suggest it. It's a pretty cool game. It is probably very dated at this point because it came out like in 2007, 2008.
Yeah.
So it's really old.
It's been a while.
And that was like the first game that this company, Quantic Dream, made. Like that was the first one they ever made like this, right? They were like, that was the first thing, the first movie type game they made. And it was super cool. That has a cool story. This guy, this dad, you play as a dad, you play as a cop, you play as a few other people, I think. And I had a pretty fucked up ending on that story. In this one, in Beyond Two Souls, you kind of get to choose the ending. It gives you a choice. It doesn't do it for you. In Heavy Rain, the choice is made for you based on the decisions you've made throughout the game. So, like, if you made mistakes, bad things will happen. If you done everything right, good things will happen. So, there's that. Both of the games have tons of endings. This one has 11 endings, I believe, Beyond Two Souls. You can choose 11 different endings for the game. Okay. And like I said, in the end, you kind of make the choice of what ending you want. You got choices you have to make. Tough choices, too. So, there's that, guys. I thought it was cool. The whole paranormal thing where, like, it kind of questions death. And it questions, like, do people really die? Do they just go to another dimension? How does things work? Is there a God? Is there no God? Does religion exist? Does hell and heaven exist? It kind of brings all that into question. It's pretty cool. But I liked it, and it's a pretty cool story. So check it out, guys. Beyond Two Souls, PS4 exclusive. Check it out.
I like those kind of games.
Yeah, super cool, man. And then this is coming after playing the Borderlands Telltale game a couple months ago. Like I'm really enjoying those games again. Like after I enjoyed the first Walking Dead when it first came out in 2012, 2011, or when the fuck was that? 2012, right? When the Walking Dead came out in Telltale.
Yeah,
I really enjoyed that all the way through. Like I played the 400 Days, which was like the in-between episode between season 1 and 2, and then I never played season 2, even though I own it.
Yeah,
I've never gone back to it because I don't know, I have to replay the whole story again, kind of, because I have for my choices to carry over, I have to go back, play the whole first season again, and I kind of don't want to do that. But playing the Borderlands Telltale game was really fun. I liked it. Watching my daughter play the Minecraft story mode was really cool. And now, kind of back into this.
Speaking of that, did she get to the point that I was telling you about yet?
Not yet, but we're getting there. We're going to get there eventually, man. So, like, I'm wanting to see
it's near the end of the first season, so.
Yeah, I'm wondering to see what kind of, reaction she's going to have to that, but we'll see. But yeah, man, it is, because, it's good. It's good. So just play it. A lot of people were like, like last night I kind of mentioned on the chat to Brink and Iams, like, hey guys, I'm really enjoying Beyond Two Souls, man. Like, I don't want to go to bed. I want to finish this tonight. That's why I was up till 3 a.m. Because I was like, I'm not going to go to bed. I'm going to finish this today. That's my goal. And it's actually a pretty long game. It's not short. It's like maybe 10 hours or more.
Yeah.
So, and then Brink was like, oh, yeah, the PS4 exclusive movie. I was like, it's a pretty fucking good movie. Like, it's much better than Quantum Break, I thought it was. Like, the story was just well made. It was, like, well told, well made. The dialogue was good. The acting was good.
Uh-oh. Jesus is on the PS4 train now.
No, I'm not.
Here we go.
I'm not on the PS4 train. I mean, I played a lot of my Xbox. No, I played a lot of my Xbox this week as well, so there's that. That's the first game on my list, guys. Beyond Two Souls. Go check it out. I'm done. I know it's an older game, like 2013 it came out.
Yeah,
so
but
a lot of you probably played
since it is a PS4 exclusive, I'm hearing about everybody playing it now. So
yeah, because it just came out for free, so do it.
Yeah.
Anyways, Ryan.
Guys, guess what I did this week?
What did you do?
I made the Horrible Gamers Skulls baseball team.
Oh, shit.
What? In Super Mega Baseball 2. I created us all of us. There's you, Gunny, there's Jesus, there's me, Kathy's in there, Alan Maybe, Clint, Brian Tulp Jr., Brink Imes, Captain Hook. They're all in there. We're all on the baseball team. So
that's
our
pretty
news
cool.
Machine, he's on there too.
So is Alan just kind of standing there with the ball and like everybody's like, Alan, and he's like just sitting there laughing.
Is Alan fucking the team over?
Alan's on the bench.
Oh, good.
Alan's on the
Keep
bench.
him on the bench.
He's an extra.
Sorry, Alan.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I'm a shortstop. Jonathan is the second baseman. I think you're the first baseman, Jesus.
Yeah.
Gunny, I think you play outfield. Brian Tulp and Captain Hook are pitchers. Jeez, I can't remember. But here's the thing. I haven't played with the team yet. I've just been creating it all week this week. So I haven't played a game with the team yet because I had an elimination thing that I was doing with a different team before I started creating the team. So I've been trying to play that out before I start an actual league. And I'm gonna see if I can get into it enough where I'm gonna create like all of the podcasts that I can think of, and I'm gonna like create teams for each of them, and it's gonna be this. I'm gonna create a league with those teams, so it's gonna be all the podcasts against each other. So like make a TXL team.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
And what I mean, like just make a bunch of different teams and see what.
Couldn't like Wingman and them? Couldn't they make a team and play online against us?
Yeah.
Can you play online with the team you make?
There you go, Mark.
Yes. Yeah, I believe you can.
There you go. Shit, fuck them. We're gonna beat them. Yeah. Let's do this.
We should see about that actually. Doing a little game where they make their team, we'll make our team. The thing is we gotta, because you can just jack up all the players.
Oh, no, 100%.
Which I didn't do. I didn't do that. I did that with one character because there was an achievement for it, but I didn't crank everybody's stats up. So, because I don't want to have like just a fucking, hey, we're gonna just destroy everybody team.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I want to at least have a challenge and have some fun with it.
Yeah.
But anyways, Jesus, let's talk about our little game when we finally got around to playing online last week.
It was good, man.
On Sunday.
I have to say, this is a pretty damn good baseball game for being a free game, a game that came out on release and Games with Gold. And it's a really good baseball game. I mean, get past the cartoony graphics, get past all that, and you have a solid baseball experience. And then that's coming from somebody who's played baseball games before that really liked them. I played a lot of the NBA, the 2K games. 2K. I play a lot of those. Yeah. I've played the show before, and like those games are really well done. And this game is pretty much...
the show is a fucking fantastic game.
Yeah, and this is kind of almost on par with that in terms of the mechanics of a baseball game.
Mechanics, yeah.
Like the swinging...
But it doesn't look like the show.
No, wait, not at all.
Like, the show looks realistic, and this has more of a cartoony feel. But the cartoony feel doesn't take away from the actual baseball game.
Nope.
It still feels like you're playing, a solid baseball game, like you said.
Yeah, and after a bit, you kind of forget that the cartoony graphics are there because you're focused on the gameplay. You're focused on the pitching. You're focused on the batting. You're focused on all that. That you kind of forget that it's a cartoony type game. You kind of forget about all that. I mean, the teams are totally made up. There's no real team.
Yeah, you got to remember when Fortnite first came out with that Battle Royale thing, everybody was like, whatever.
Yeah, the cartoony graphics, whatever, right? Whatever. And look at it now. But I have to say it was a good move by Microsoft to secure this as a Games with Gold.
They don't have a baseball game.
Because they don't have a baseball game. Yeah, and it's a good baseball game. I'm thinking somebody at like these guys probably said, we should pitch this to Microsoft. And they did. And Microsoft was like, oh shit, they got a good baseball game here. We should make this a Games with Gold. Here, we'll pay you a bunch of money, get it in the hands of a bunch of people, so people realize this is a good game. I think that's what they did. Because these guys, looking at the game
on
itself,
other platforms as well.
Yeah, but looking at the game itself, you wouldn't think that it would be a good game. Like looking at the cover, the stupid name of Super Mega Baseball, really like. You look at that name and you're like, oh, this is gonna be a bad game. This is gonna be a bad game.
You know what? One of my favorite baseball games was back in the day.
What?
Was fucking Baseball Stars on Neo Geo. Do you remember that game?
Baseball Stars.
It was almost exactly the same. Yeah, I think a Superstar or something like that. Baseball Super. But it was almost the exact same thing. Very kind of cartoony, goofy-looking baseball game. Obviously, it was back in the day, so it was like pixely and whatnot, right? But it was a lot of fun. Like I always enjoyed that game, and had a lot of fun. And this kind of reminds me of a new age version of that kind of a game where it's a little bit goofy, and cartoony looking, but it's still, in the end, it's still a solid game that the gameplay is good. It's good. It's a lot of fun to play.
And we were playing co-op, so the thing is, I started up last Sunday, right? I was just like, everybody's telling me this game is good. Like I told you guys before, I don't like watching baseball. I fucking hate watching it, but I love playing it. I love playing it. I love the batting, the catching, all that shit's cool to me. So it's like, I want to play this. I want to see if it's really as good as people are saying it is. So I launched it and I was playing it, and all of a sudden it said, Ryan Gibson is online and he's connected to your game. I was like, what the fuck? And you're like, hey, dude. I was like, what the fuck? Why is he talking to me? What the fuck's in my game? And so I invited him to a party. And then all of a sudden, like, seamlessly, Ryan was playing with me. And he was like the fucking batter. And I was like watching him bat. And then it would switch off to me batting. And then I would bat. Yeah. And then, like, if we were out. We were out. Then it would switch.
Take turns as you're batting. And then you take turns innings pitching.
Yeah.
So, like, I would pitch one inning, and then we'd go to batting, and we'd go, Jesus would bat, I would bat.
Yeah.
Jesus would bat, back and forth like that until we were out. And then the next inning, Jesus would pitch.
Yeah.
So it was like you're switching back and forth. So when I'm pitching, Jesus is playing outfield, and when Jesus is pitching, I'm playing outfield.
Yeah. So yeah, the first game we lost, because at first I was kind of having trouble with the mechanics. I was like, what the fuck? These guys are striking me out left and right. And I was having a hard time, batting and a hard time just getting my head wrapped around them because I was like, this is so good, but I was so focused on just all that I was having a hard time playing the game.
Yeah. Also, the reason we got lit up was because I forgot to substitute the pitcher, and he was pretty tired.
He was tired as hell.
And that inning, I got fucking lit up that inning.
The last few innings, man, was like, oh fuck, this guy's he's getting tired as fuck. He was throwing super slow balls. These were just knocking him out of the park. They got like a home run with the bases loaded, and we got destroyed. But the second game, we came back and we were playing pretty damn good. We were on point. I think we won wasn't like 3 or 4-1 or something like that. We won
something like
hands down, pretty damn good.
Something like
But yeah, the game is good. The game is good, guys. Play it. Super Mega Baseball 2.
If you've been wanting a baseball game on your Xbox, there's no reason not to try this. It's free. Check it out before it's not free anymore, because I believe on other platforms it's $30. So
wow,
and it'll
be that expensive,
and it'll go to $30 once it leaves Games with Gold here in a bit. Like I think in a couple of days, right? A few days, it'll leave Games with Gold.
Yeah.
I guess it's almost the middle of the month now.
Yeah. So
it started at It started at the beginning of the month, so it'll run till the end.
Okay, there you go. So you got a couple weeks, guys. So get on it. Play it. I liked it. The stupid names of the teams were really cool, like the bumblebees or some shit. The sharks,
yeah,
the
big
sirloins
snakes with baseball bats.
So it's really cool, man. And I would like to see how it would play out, like playing 2 players on a team against 2 players on a team online, because I think that would be really cool.
I want to check that out too. Yeah. And like I said, there's a creator, there's a league creator and a team creator and a character creator. So you can go in and you can make a whole team. You can actually, like, I made a logo. Like I was hoping I could import a photo so I could use our logo as the logo, but there's no way to do that. That's cool. Why I made us the skulls. And it's this skull, and he's like this, and HGP's over his head, and then skulls is on the bottom.
Nice. But yeah, play, guys. I like.
And you get to create your uniform and everything. Like.
Do you get to create your stadium? Well, that's
no. There wasn't. You get to pick whatever stadium you want, but I think that's a little more. That would be a little more in depth.
Yeah.
There's a lot more to this game than I thought there would be.
There is a lot to the game, dude.
It is, and like I said, there's the creator, there's co-op and online play, there's single player stuff. Like there's everything you could want in a baseball game is there.
One of the coolest things that we were doing as I was playing right before Ryan joined my game, I was batting, right? And this chick kept striking my players out, so I fucking swung the bat at one of her fastballs, and it straight hit a line drive at her fucking head. So like all you see is the line drive, boom, and it just hit her in the face, and she did like a backflip and fell on the floor. And it's like
knocked her out.
Yeah, and it's like you injured the other team's pitcher. Straight knocked her out, dude. She had like memory loss and shit. She couldn't play, so they substituted her. I was like, fuck yeah.
Memory loss, yeah.
Yeah, and then another one was when Ryan was pitching.
I think even Josh Escherman says that in the chat. It's like he loves how you beam the pitcher in the face.
Yeah.
In the head.
Yeah. So I was pitching, and Jesus goes to me, goes, "Hey, Ryan." He goes, hit him in the fucking head. Like, and I don't think he expected me to actually do it, but I did. And I didn't realize that it was their pitcher that was up batting.
That's why I told you to do it.
Fucking beat him right in the head.
Yeah, so then they had to sub out their pitcher in the second game because they were like, it was like the player suffers from memory loss and has a concussion or something. So they had to substitute him because he didn't know how to pitch anymore. He was like all confused and shit. So, yeah, that was funny.
Jesus are just fucking cracking up in the chat.
It was fucking, it was awesome because I noticed the guy, he had an afro and their pitcher had an afro. So I was like, fuck that guy. I was like, hit him in the head, Ryan. And Ryan just did it. Like a fastball right to the face, dude. I was fucking dying. But you could do that type of stuff.
Yeah, guys, so check this game out. It's really fun. We've had a good time with it. I think you'll have a good time with it too, man. It's well worth checking out. Yeah. What do you got, Gunny? What have you been?
Sunday, I played... I didn't play any baseball, but I played Ghost Recon Wildlands with Alan Mabey, his friends, his brother, David Snyder. We played the 4v4. That was my first time playing the multiplayer.
Mm-hmm. Is it good?
It is good. I don't know how many maps there are. There's like probably, because I think Alan was always the host on them, or David was, and I'd say there's like 10 maps. And I'd say only one map was like, oh, okay, this one kind of sucks. But the other ones were pretty cool. So I think we started out where there's only a few modes. There's just team elimination. There's it's kind of like capture the flag, where if you do capture it, like you have to hold X and and then it'll reveal the other players on the map, because you always know where your teammates are, but you don't know where the other team is.
Mm-hmm.
And so at first I was just kind of like running up to it and like either dying from sniper fire, or because I think you can only play certain classes where, okay, you're a ranger, so you have the drone, and the other one's the sniper, so he'll have other abilities. And like, you level up and stuff, and I guess you can get more perks, like maybe grenades, and well, I think you always have grenades, but just other things like where you can heal yourself or other teammates, shit like that. So at first I was just like, man, like I'm dying too fast,
Mm-hmm.
And what's cool is like where, let's say the other teammate shoots you, you just go down, you don't die. So your other teammates can come over and revive you. But then, okay, where is the enemy?
That's like Rainbow Six Siege, where people can pick you up again if you go down.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and I want to say it's just like there's another Tom Clancy game. It was like Spies versus Mercs, I think, was similar in that fashion.
Splinter Cell.
Where I think but you're inside buildings and shit like that. Yeah. Where this game, you're like, it's all outside and in the woods and through high.
Is it as good as a multiplayer as Ghost Recon Advanced Warfighter was?
I think that was a lot more fast paced.
It was
right,
cool
and wasn't
that
one where you were fighting a lot of AI enemies?
That was that one. You could do a bunch of things. You can fight against other teams. You can play deathmatch, or you can play like a survive mode where like you have to defend, like do objectives, defend a checkpoint, defend things. Call for an extraction, etc.
Right. I'd say this one's more. It's, I think it can be fast, but it could also be slow at the same time, because. A match can go, I don't even know if there's a timer, but you could probably go 30, 40 minutes. It's just waiting for that next player to make a move towards that objective.
Why would you want to wait? Why would you want to wait 30 minutes, though, for somebody to, like, if it's only 4 versus 4, right?
Right.
So why would I want to wait 30 minutes for one player to come at me?
That's the thing, though, I think. Who's going to get there first?
Like, that's what I like about Rainbow Six Siege. People can play it that way, but there's a timer. There's a 5-minute timer. If you run out of time, you fail the objective, you fail the mission. You're done. So
I think even Alan stated that there could be a stalemate. So maybe there was a timer. I just never actually paid attention.
Timer? 1 hour? 1 hour timer for the match.
I wonder if there's got to be, because there were times where we were just like, so who wants to go up there? No, I don't want to. Let's just wait here. There's a lot of patience involved, because after a few matches, I think then we went into like private matches, and we played, it was like 4v4. And I invited another friend that was playing that game. He's like, dude, I've never actually played multiplayer before. I was like, shit. I was like, me neither. So he was on our team, and man, I was cleaning up. I was cleaning house. Nobody had any fucking patience. They were just like, fuck it, I'm going to go for it. See, I was just like taking them out with my assault rifle.
I would run out of patience, I think. I mean, a lot of games, I don't like to camp a lot in certain games. There's certain games that I would do it, but there's other games that I don't want to do that.
Yeah, because Alan, I want to say it was me and Alan's brother and my friend and somebody else. And then it was Alan, maybe David Snyder, and can't remember the other guy's gamer tag, but they were on the other team. And so you could, if you cite your sights on that player, it'll reveal their location to your teammates.
So you tag them.
You could pretty much, you're tagging them, right? And I want to say that lasts maybe 7-10 seconds before their gamer tag disappears again. Or you can just kind of see them and not totally like sight them in, and because they're going to know, like, hey, you've been spotted, right? And I think that's another strategy too, where it's like, okay, I don't want them to know that I have them in my sights. Like, you can kind of come close, but you can still see them on your screen. You're like, okay, I know where they're going, and just kind of sneak up behind them. So, yeah, it's a lot of like hide and seek and shit. So, because there's been matches where we didn't even go to the thing to actually activate it. Like, we didn't even need to, just took the other players out. So, yeah, and I just had a blast. I was just killing everybody. So,
Okay.
and David and Alan were like, "Fuck, Gunny, we're gonna find you," So, yeah, it was a lot of fun. Good stuff, guys.
Awesome.
Ghost Recon Wildlands.
Yeah. Ghost Recon. Oh, man, there's so many times where I wanted to buy that game, but I never did. Just never did. Kind of, I don't know how I feel
and
about that.
I hear people going back to finish the vanilla game itself.
But it's not a bad game. I mean, the beta really turned me off from it because I was like, I'm not into this co-op fucking stupid AI stuff. And then I played it when it was like a free-to-play type week or something, and I really liked it. Like 25 hours of it or 20 hours of it. I got to play, or 5 hours of it or something, a trial. I played it and I really liked it. So I was like, should I buy this? And then I was like, no, there's too many games out right now. I don't need to buy this. So I never did.
I think if there wasn't so many games coming out at that time, you could have just gone in there single player, taken out each base and each section of that country, and been done with it.
Sounds alright, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess. I don't know.
What else came out for that besides the 4v4? They had a couple DLC pieces. Then they had what was the other mode that they had? And I don't know if that was purchasable, but I didn't see it on there. Predator. I think it was Predator.
Oh, Predator. I played that actually during the week that I had the trial. I actually played that mode with Wingman and Dirty Bite. And,
that's right. Yeah.
Somebody else. We actually beat it. And I had like the stock dude. I didn't like Wingman and all of them had like badass guns and like blue camo and green camo and paint on their faces and shit. They all look like badasses. And there's my guy looking like a fucking hobo. I'm here to fight too, guys. We actually beat the Predator. That was pretty cool. I was like, I guess, cool. I don't get nothing for this, but I'll take it. But yeah. Anyways, let's move on now, guys. Played another game this week. I played Overcooked. Overcooked is a game that came out on Games Pass. It's on Games Pass, so I was like,
I've been meaning to download this because I want to play it with Kathy. I want to see if we can actually play it. Did you play by yourself, Jesus?
Hell no. I played with my brother, so I was like, brother, come here. You need to come play this with me. So he was like, oh, yes, playing zombies. I'm like, fuck your zombies. You're going to play some Overcooked with me. He was like, what is this stupid game? I was like, just press A. I was like, I don't know shit about this. Just, I know that it's good. So you start off like at the boss level. Like the very first level is like the boss level and you have to like feed the boss. But you have absolutely no fucking clue how to play the game, right? Like you have no idea how to play this shit. And it just tells you, defeat the boss, feed him or shit. So like a bunch of recipes start coming up. I'm like, oh, fuck. Like, okay, get the tomatoes, they're over there. So we're all trying to work together. And then, so we can miserably fail. And then that's when the game really starts. It tells you like, okay, you need to learn how to cook so you can come back and defeat this guy. You need to learn how to cook. So go around the country or the world or whatever the fuck it's called in the game and learn how to cook. And then, so you start off, you go in a little truck and you drive to the first level. And there's 3 stars per level. You can get 2 stars, 1 star, 3 stars. So we did the first level and it's really cool, man, because there's kitchens where the kitchen is normal. It's like a square. So it's really easy to play, and just both of you guys are able to go all around the kitchen. But a lot of the kitchens are different. A lot of the kitchens are split up. There'll be a divider in the middle where like, on one side, only my brother had access to the one side, and that's where all the ingredients were, and that's where the stove was. And I had access to the other side, which was where the delivery was and where I had to wash the dishes and where I have to cut up the vegetables. So, like, he would hand it off to me, I would hand it off to him. Yeah, there's a lot of coordination. You got to keep an eye on the screen for the recipes that are coming up. tomato soup, onion soup, mushroom soup, fucking hamburger. You need lettuce, tomato. This one needs cheese. This one needs this, etc. So there's a lot of chaos, dude, in the game. There's just chaos. You're just running it and you're running around. You'll bump into each other. You can knock each other like off a little bit because there's you press B to run and he kind of dashes for a few seconds. So like if my brother were to dash and I was walking in front of him on like a plate or something, he'd knock me back a bit and then the dude will drop the plate. So I have to pick it back up off the ground and keep running to wherever I was going. It's really good. It's really fucking good, guys, for a co-op game. It's hard, but it's good.
Yeah, I want to play this with the wife and kid.
Do it, dude. It's a super simple game. A lot of the graphics are very cartoony, very simple. There's like a few buttons, literally. There's A to pick stuff up, B to dash, and X to like cut up and interact with things. You can like cut up the vegetables. You just hold X and like it'll go like a little bar will be filling up. So that's all you got to do, right? But it's really fucking like stressful at times because there's certain levels where like there's a level where you're like on a highway and you're in a fucking box truck, like a big trailer truck, and the kitchen is split in two. So sometimes the trucks, like there's a cooking side is on one side, like that's where the stove and the delivery area is to like hand out the food. But on the other side is where you have to cut up the vegetables and that's where the ingredients are. So like sometimes the truck will they'll split apart. So you cannot jump in between the gap. You have to wait for them to come back together. So there's a lot of coordination. So during that time, I have to be yelling at my brother, like, all right, dude, I'm going to need tomatoes. I'm going to need lettuce. I'm going to need meat. As soon as the trucks come back together, you need to have that ready. So he's over there cutting all that up, getting it all ready. And then, as soon as they came back together, he has to run across and deliver everything. And I have to run back and forth and start putting everything to cook. And then you can start noticing the trucks are about to split up again. So like it's like, okay, you stay on that side. I'll come to this side, And there was a lot of fuck-ups during that one. Because like he would try to come back to this side, then he would fall on the road. There's a 5-second respawn, so it's like everything was screwed up for 5 seconds. It's really stressful.
So were you like dude from Food Network?
Yeah,
your brother. Were you just like
Gordon Ramsay just going off?
Get the fuck out of my kitchen!
Yeah, I totally was. I was going off on him. I was like, "You
Where's
motherfucker!"
The last sauce?
I would always tell him like, "Where the fuck is my tomatoes? Oh my, I need tomatoes." He's like, "Oh shit,
tomatoes!"
So there was a lot of that going on. I mean, it was really cool. And there's a lot of them. There was like one level where there was conveyor belts, and you were literally on two.
You call him a donkey.
Donkey. There was two different sides of the kitchen, and there's a conveyor belt that goes around the kitchen. So on one side, I'm on one side, and that's where I have to cook the meat, and that's where I have the ingredients. But he needs to prepare the meat to send it back to my side so I can cook it, and I have to make sure I send him the lettuce and tomatoes so he can chop it up so he can put it all together. So I told him, you put everything together, you hand me the dirty dishes, you hand me the meat to cook, I'll cook the meat, and I'll send you back the ingredients, you put them together. So that one was really hard. It was hard to get 3 stars on a lot of the levels. Like the first level was pretty easy, second level was kind of okay. Third level is fucking hard. It's hard. It's like, oh fuck, dude, you get so stressed out.
Just ramps it up.
Yeah, it just goes crazy. It's like you have 5 minutes to deliver all these recipes. Go. And he's just like, okay, I guess we're doing this. And you just run around the kitchen like crazy. You have to wash the dishes sometimes. And some levels, the dishes come back clean already. So you don't have to worry about that. Those are really cool. But then you have like an extra ingredient you have to cook or something. They always like, it's never like just easy. They always like, they'll take away something, but they'll make you do something extra.
Now, when you, for example, can you cut vegetables? Like, is it one of those things where you press X to start cutting vegetables? Can you then run over and
you have to stay there?
Dishes? Like,
no,
you have to
stay there. At a time. Yeah, you have to stay there till the bar fills up all the way. Like, you can start the vegetables halfway and like run and do something else, and then the other player can run up to the vegetables and keep cutting them and then finish them. But there's a lot of like you have to finish the thing that you're doing. Like the dishes are the same way. You hold X to wash the dishes, but you have to finish washing the dish, or else like the bar will just stop if you walk away. You have to keep holding X, And then there's also like a versus mode, and we played like 1 or 2 matches of that versus mode, and then that one was kind of weird because we're both on competing kitchens or whatever, but we both have 2 players. So you can, what you do there is you press LB to toggle between the players on your side, and you can put like one player to cut the vegetables and then press LB to switch to the other character and do something else with that character. So that was really interesting how to do that.
Hectic.
Yeah, so my brother
Sounds hectic as fuck.
my brother couldn't get the hang of it, and I killed him in the multiplayer because I was like just destroying him because I real quick I figured out how to switch characters. So I was like, why is there 2 players on each side? And real quick I started pressing buttons, and I figured LB was the one to switch characters. So I was destroying him in the kitchen, and he was like, "This is bullshit. This is stupid." I'm like, yeah. I'm like, you gotta get good, bro. Get good.
Get
but yeah,
good.
it was fun, man. It's fun. Overcooked
Learn
is
how to
a real
cook.
fun game. And I didn't even know it was on Game Pass. I was just browsing through it, and it was like, Overcooked. I was like, oh, shit, this is in here? I was like, I'll
I think it
fucking
popped up
download
at
it.
the beginning of the month or something like that.
It was real cool. Real cool, man. Awesome game. Play it, guys. Overcooked on your Game Pass. I know a lot of the listeners have Game Pass. They have to have Game Pass, right? A lot of them. Maybe.
Yeah.
Sure they do.
Sure.
But that's one of my
I would
other
do
games,
it.
guys. I have a couple more on my list, but that's it. Ryan.
All right, the next game that I played this week was which one should I talk about first?
Second one.
No, I'm saving that one for last. Okay. So
Okay.
I played Zombie Pinball,
Zombie Pinball.
which, yeah, it's just this little game. It's a pinball game, but it's not like don't go in expecting fucking Zen Studios quality. It's not like that. It's like one of those old school kind of Windows pinball games. You remember those back in the day?
Yeah.
It kind of looks like that, but it's the thing with this game is there is shit going off all over the place, and it's really fucking hard to keep your eye on the ball because there's explosions over here and fucking, everything's like green and pink and like the colors are just popping off all over the place, and it's like really hard to see what's going on. But it's very forgiving as well. You get multi-balls really quick, and there's points where you're playing, there's like 50 balls on the table fucking bouncing around all over the place, and you're just trying to keep them in. Like, it goes nuts. Now, I've only played like 2 or 3 games of it, so I haven't really gotten the hang. I don't know if it kind of switches over, like if there's new tables or new levels or anything like that, or maybe you unlock, like, once you complete a table, you unlock something else. I haven't really looked into it, so I don't know much about it. But I mean, for $5, I've heard this is free on like PC and stuff. It's not really, but for $5, if you want a pinball, I'm a pinball fan. If something comes out that's pinball, I'm probably going to buy it just because, right? So yeah, it's fun, but it's not great. It's not up to the quality, Zen kind of set a bar, and I don't think anyone can really touch that bar that they've set. So
Yeah, there's no way.
They do an amazing job, right? Yeah. And just in some other pinball news, to anybody else out there that that is into pinball games, if you have Pinball Arcade, make sure you have all the Bally Williams tables before the end of the month, because they're all going away. They lost the license, and they're not renewing it, and that's like half of their roster, man. Like, I don't know. That's crazy.
That is.
That's just crazy that all those games are going to be gone.
So what happens in that
go buy
situation? You
them.
just download them and then they're gone?
If you own them before they get taken off, they can't take them away from you. You can still play them, but they won't be able to sell them.
So you're
anymore.
saying to install them on an external hard drive then? Don't install them on...
No. They won't. If you own them, they can't take them away from you. Like, you can play them whenever you want.
If they take them off
But
the
as
store,
of-
if they take them out of the store and you delete them, can you re-download them? No.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they also said
Yeah.
that they would.
They just can't be sold anymore. They'll still be
Oh.
there for you to re-download
Okay.
and whatnot. They just can't be sold anymore.
They
So
also said
buy
they
them
would
before they go
continue.
away.
They would continue to support these tables after.
Right.
End of the month.
Because people own them still, right? They just can't sell them anymore. They can't make any more money off of them, which is unfortunate. I mean, I don't know what Farside's doing. They've been slacking a lot. The PC version of Pinball Arcade is pretty solid, but if you own any of the console versions, they like the tables don't come out, and like there's just a lot of issues with it. I have it all on Steam, so I had no problems, and I usually buy the seasons when they come out, and then I get all the tables in that season. So I have all 7 seasons so far on Steam. But like I said, if you like pinball, if you're listening and you like pinball, go get those tables before they're gone. I'm pretty sure it's at the end of the month is when that'll happen. I think do we have a news article about that?
About what?
I didn't see it.
No? Okay, good. So I talked about it now, so that's good enough. I thought there might have been a news article about them not having the tables anymore, but no. Okay.
And going back to that zombie pinball, I believe they said there were 7 tables. I just wonder how many did you play?
There?
That's from the description. From what I read.
I only played 1.
Okay.
I don't know if you have to do something to unlock the other tables, or I didn't really mess with it. If you paid
full price, then yeah, they should.
I did. I paid the $5 for it. So I don't know how they unlock it. Just starts you on that one table. So, but it's cool, but it's not gonna blow your mind. So that's zombie pinball, guys. What else you been playing, Gunny?
Monday. I played a bunch of Rise of the Tomb Raider. I know you bought this on Steam at release, and I played just like the opening of it. But Monday, I probably played about, probably 4 or 5 hours of it. And I don't know. I was like, man, I've been feeling that itch to play Tomb Raider. So yeah, I made it. Huh?
I don't own Tomb Raider on Steam. I think Imes does.
Oh, okay. So yeah, thank you, Sean, for purchasing that during launch. That was cool. But yeah, so because played 4 or 5 hours, and damn, it is a damn good game. And
you telling me you never played this before?
No, I never played it at launch.
Never
I think
played
I was
Resident
Evil.
something else.
What?
Yeah.
Dude, Tomb Raider, that game is so good. It is. Even last night, I went to the Xbox store and I watched the trailer for the new Tomb Raider.
Man,
that trailer is fucking cool. I was like, holy shit, I want this right now. Fuck.
Yes.
It looked awesome. I'm fucking hyped, dude. I want to play Tomb Raider again, just to be
I played that
into that.
I played that twice.
Yeah, I played that one.
I
played that one 3 times, actually. I played it on the 360.
And why would you have not played the second one, Gunny?
Yeah.
I don't know why I didn't. I must have been... You know what? I think I was like, I didn't want to... It might have been like a financial issue at the time. Like, I think that was the time where I bought like 3 AAA games.
You just didn't have the money to buy it?
It's on Game Pass.
Yeah, well, that's why I downloaded it now. So, yeah, but I think at launch, I had already bought like 3 games like in November at that time.
Yeah.
So I bought like $300 worth of games. I was like, crap, I was out of money for Rise of the Tomb Raider. So yeah. But
excellent game. Excellent.
I think I'm at the part now where, not so much spoilers, but you run into your friend who was a friend of your father's, and you find out that she's
that bitch
deceived you and your family. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was a moment. I was like, oh, you fucking bitch,
Yeah, I don't like her. I knew there was something off about it. There's always something off about those people.
I knew when she went to her house or she went to her apartment, and she was like, oh, don't worry about it. Don't go to freaking Iraq or wherever she was going at the time, or like, no, just forget all about this. And I was like, yeah, something's up. The reason she doesn't want you to go there to check out these relics or this site. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now. But yeah, combat is fluid and all that stuff. Love the shooting in this game.
Yeah.
Good. I went back for maybe a few of the collectibles and areas to get more perk points, stuff like that.
That game is so good. I want to play it again now. I have other games to play though. Fuck. But it's good.
Definitely. I'm really hyped for the next game as well.
And I think the 20th anniversary edition is on sale right now on Xbox in the deals section.
Dude, it's on Game Pass for free.
Yeah, but if you want to buy like the Ultimate Edition that comes with like all the DLC, it's on sale for like
I bought a
12
couple DLC
bucks or
pieces. I
something.
think I bought the Baba Yaga or something like that.
Yeah, I have that.
That's
That
the
was
only
pretty
one
good.
you need. That's the only one you need. Yeah.
That's what Alan said.
That's-
And I'm actually right there. I'm right at the beginning of that map, and it says, "Hey, check out this area." And I think Alan said that's where the Baba Yaga is.
Baba
Yeah,
Yaga.
Like,
Yeah,
it's
because there's like a pink icon that you can go to, like a
Yes.
skull and crossbones or something.
I'm
That's
literally-
where that.
Yeah, I just have to walk over to it.
Yeah,
It'll be fun.
It's fucking good.
It'll be a fun game, Gunny. It'll get you hyped
Yeah.
up for the new Tomb Raider. Trust me, it will.
Yeah, and I've been doing the alternate tombs as well. So anytime
Yeah.
I see an alternate tomb, I'm like, oh, I'm going right for it to unlock it. And they're fun. They're easy. To me, they're easy. Like, oh, okay, I just need to climb up here and shoot this and jump over to that. I love stuff like that, like where it's just like it's not going to make it so difficult where I'll just forget about it.
Well, I think they're changing that in the new game. I think they're making them a little more complex. So it's going to take a little more thinking. But yeah, the tombs were always pretty simple to figure out.
But let's keep it fun. I don't want this to be like where I have to drop it to baby mode to complete it. Right? I need that extra step, that extra ladder. Yeah. Show me where to go next.
But yeah.
Is that it?
That's it.
In other games that I played, guys, I played a lot, some PUBG, the Miramar map. Played it again last weekend. Fun times. That map is real good. It runs good. It looks good. It looks better than the original map, actually, and it runs way better than the original map. I don't know why, but it does. I think they figured out like that the first map was kind of shit for the engine. That's why it runs like shit.
Obviously.
But the second map was like they fixed that. They were like, oh, okay, we could do this. We could maybe take out all the trees or something, because that's what they did. They took out a lot of the trees. It's just brown, right? Like, let's take out the color and let's take out the trees. Maybe it'll run better. And it did, because it runs real good. So that's coming out here shortly on the Xbox, like the full game, or like the game preview. Because this is preview. Yeah.
Early access.
This is early access, though. This is a test for an early access game. But yeah.
It's funny how it's like a test server for an early access game on Xbox. It's just
price.
really weird.
Yeah, so there's that. But the map runs good. Like I said, the new guns are okay. I mean, I really hate the Win 45. That shit's so stupid. But the rest of the guns are good. But I also played some Fortnite this week, guys. Fortnite, as you may know, had that big meteor thing. You know, the meteors coming down from the sky. Well, apparently it finally hit the map on Season's 4 release. So Season 4 just started for Fortnite, which is kind of crazy. You think about it, like 4 seasons already. More, all the DLC they sell every season is crazy. But they, apparently the big thing with the meteor was that Thanos, how do you guys say it?
Yes,
Thanos?
Thanos?
The dude from the fucking Avengers movie was on the meteor, and he lands in the map, and he has his stupid Infinity Gauntlet, and he has all the stones, and you can play that mode, and it's still Fortnite Battle Royale, but it's Fortnite Battle Royale against Thanos, and so everybody lands on the map. It shows you like a predetermined circle. You can land outside that circle if you want, but the storm is going to close in as soon as the bus gets across the map. The circle starts closing in right away. So if you land on the edge of the map and the circle's in the middle, you fucking better hope you can run as fast as possible, but you won't. Because I did that on one of the first matches. I landed on the edge, and I screwed up because as soon as I landed there, I found a bunch of stuff, and it was like doo 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 doo, and the little noise sounded off for the storm to close in. And I started running, and I opened up the map to see where the storm was, and it was like right on me. I was like, "Oh fuck!"
So then it was a running simulator at that time. At that point.
Well, at that point, I was dead. It was like I was behind the storm. I was no way I was gonna make it across the map behind the storm, dude. So what happened was I played the second match, and then it was cool, man. I was playing it, and then Thanos, you know, the dude, you get like special powers when you're him, and you look like him.
It's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Like when you're Thanos,
Yeah.
you can jump up in the air and then
and
you
you can-
fucking come
yeah.
down and punch the ground and like everyone around you dies.
But the
Like,
thing
being
is,
Thanos is fucking crazy.
when you're him, everybody can see you on the map. They have a direct line of sight to where you are. They have a little icon on the fucking compass that says this is where he is.
Yeah.
and you
Yeah,
can
but
hear
you're
him.
so fucking OP that it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
Right.
The thing is, yeah, he's OP as shit, and you're not just against him. You're against everybody else in the match. So, like, you could be running and shooting him, and somebody's behind you sniping
someone
you
else
out.
could-
Yeah, and that's exactly what happened to me like 2 or 3 times. I was killing him. I killed him once, and as soon as I was about to grab his shit, another dude grabbed it. I shot at him, but then I got sniped out from across the map by somebody that was just sniping at me because I kept hearing the gunshots go, ka-ch, ka-ch. And I was like, what the fuck? Who's shooting at me? And I turned around and boom, headshot. I was dead. And I was like, well, there goes that. So so you got that going on too. So you're against 100 other players because you can only play this solo. You're against 100 other players, and you're against Thanos. And then if you kill him, you can pick it up. You can pick up his gauntlet, and then you become him. But the point of the game is to be the last one alive as him.
I can already see this coming where it's going to be, you can squad up and it'll be Thanos versus blank, right? Who's coming next?
Versus Iron Man or some shit.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
But who would have thought that Fortnite secured a deal with Marvel and them, dude, to bring this to the game?
I was
That is
like, what?
fucking
Is this a
crazy.
joke?
Like, think about how long they had that meteor in the sky. They had it for like a month in the sky. Like, people were like, what's this meteor in the sky? What's this thing? And they kept going.
Longer than that, I think.
Yeah, they played with it. They added the telescopes to the map. So, like, they got people speculating, like, okay, now they're really acknowledging that that's a thing. That's really a thing. And then, all of a sudden, they made a trailer where it shows the meteor crashing into the map and Thanos coming out of it, and like the Fortnite players being like, what the fuck is that? And then he jumps out of there and he's all fucking them all up, and they're like, oh shit. But it was pretty cool because in the beginning when you launch the game, there's like a trailer. It's kind of like a Overwatch. When you launch the game, they'll sometimes have like trailers for whatever season they're in or whatever event they have. They'll have like a trailer for it, like in the beginning. That's exactly what Fortnite does. You start it up, and it plays a trailer before the match starts. It'll play like a little trailer that shows like the story of why he's there. Like, he landed on a fucking meteor, dude. That's why he's here. So I wonder how long that event will go on for, because obviously it's a limited time event. But check it out, guys, because it's fucking good.
And 50 versus 50 is back this week.
Still there, yeah. So all those modes are there, dude. This is the craziest thing about this game. It's just they keep giving, and they keep updating every week. Constant updates, constant events, constant DLC. It's just
I don't see them reaching a plateau for at least another.
Dude. At least another.
Knows?
I give them another. I say they're good for the rest of the year. These guys,
yeah, absolutely.
Easily.
I think November, December will be even the pinnacle of.
And you know what's crazy now at this point is PUBG is trying to catch up to them. PUBG is trying to copy them. Because in the test server, PUBG is adding emotes. They're adding the dances. Like PUBG now has.
They need to.
In their new test server, they have the thing where like, you can dance and shit, and then like just like in Fortnite where they do the little dances and shit, you can buy the dances. PUBG will have the same thing on the PC version here pretty soon. So they're doing that. And I think it's a good idea for PUBG to do that because they really need to catch up.
2 or 3 weeks ago, you were talking about how they need to catch up. I was like, no, they don't. But now I'm like, okay, you know what? I think PUBG and Bluehole, they're looking at their sales numbers and going, shit.
They're just looking not just at the sales number, but at the player base. Look at Fortnite is doing it right. They're selling you cosmetics. They're not selling you a loot crate. No. They're selling you a fucking outfit. Like, dude, you want to look like a pink bunny? Give us $10. Okay, thank you. Here's your pink bunny outfit. Wear that shit anytime you want to. You want to look like John Wick? Give us $5. Like, they don't give a shit. There's so many players in there.
John Wick was free, I thought.
Well, I don't know. Maybe. I don't fucking know what's free. I
think that was one of the free ones because I know the kid when we went to visit Kathy's sister and the kids were all playing as John Wick, and I don't think they bought them.
Yeah, that's what they told their dad.
There you go, Kitty.
It's free, Dad. Yeah, they spent $10 on that motherfucker. But
I don't know. I could be wrong, but
I mean, like, even in the trailer, they showed all the different outfits. Like, they showed some people wearing the spaceman outfit. Some people were wearing, like, the Black Panther fucking outfit. Some people were wearing the John Wick outfit. Some people were wearing some fucking other kind of ninja outfit. It was like everybody's wearing different things, and that's just exactly how the game really is. Because you get in there, dude, it's really rare you run into a player that looks like the default character. Yeah, they're there, but a lot of players have the outfits. They have the little umbrellas. They have the spaceship rockets as the gliders. It's fucking cool, man.
I like the Tin Man. It's just my favorite.
Yeah, they have all kinds, dude. And the thing is, I was playing this game this week, and I was having fun with it. I was like, this is pretty cool, man. When you get the hang of the building, it's like, oh shit, this just works. You just keep building, and like I got one of those instant forts, like the little bomb that blows up and it builds a fort for you. I got one of those, like playing against Thanos. So I put that motherfucker down. Next thing you know, I was in a fucking tower fort thing. I was like, what the fuck? This is awesome. So like, it's all there, man. The game has it all. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Nuts.
Fortnite and PUBG.
I love that how you could throw that instant fort at your friend. Boom! Like now he's at the top.
Yeah, it works. So guys, I don't know, man. I like PUBG, and PUBG needs to really step up their game because Fortnite kills it every week. Everybody's playing Fortnite on my friends list. It's kind of crazy.
I've got 7 friends playing it right now.
The only people I ever see playing PUBG is like King Jiggly and his friends, like Monzito and those guys. I see them playing. Once in a while, I'll see David Snyder playing, but for the most part, it's mostly Fortnite. So
you know what? I got 4 friends playing Destiny 2.
Yeah, I see. That's like one of my friends on my list is playing Destiny 2, and
well, because they just came out with a new thing,
DLC, right? Yeah.
I just had to bring it up, guys. We had to mention Destiny 2 on here.
Destiny 2 needs to be mentioned every show. But yeah, the new DLC for that just came out this week as well. So there are a lot of things going on in the Xbox community and the gaming world in general. But that's it for me, guys, in the games. Ryan?
Cool.
Okay, so I'll just do a couple here. I've been playing more Sea of Thieves. Of course, I'm still playing. I jumped on this morning, played a little bit. I was just cruising around by myself, doing some merchant
How do you do that?
missions.
How do you play by yourself?
But
I would fucking hate that, dude.
I was just doing merchant missions, and I didn't see anybody.
Really?
Like, I didn't see anybody.
So weird. I wonder what the player base is on that now at this point.
There's still lots of people playing.
Well, there's lots of people playing, but I wonder what's it like compared to the first week or two.
It was just the server that I was in. I didn't come across anybody. I was only in there for like an hour and a half or something like that. So like it wasn't very long, and I didn't come across anybody. So it was good. I got a couple of my merchant missions done, and I got out of there. So that's some more Sea of Thieves. I'm still having fun with that game. It's good.
Yeah.
But the last game I played is called Death Road to Canada.
Death Road to Home.
Death Road to Home. Yeah. So this is kind of fun. It's like Oregon Trail, kind of. Mm-hmm. There's some text-based stuff, but there's also like, okay, so what happens is you start in Florida, and there's a zombie apocalypse going on. There's zombies everywhere. Holy shit, what are we going to do? I know, let's go to Canada because Canada doesn't have any zombies. We all heard there's no zombies in Canada. So we're going to Canada. So you get in the car. You can and here's the cool thing. You can create characters. So you can have like, I made myself and Kathy. So it's always me and Kathy are trying to get to Canada from Florida. So I created my own character. I created her character, and she's my buddy, and we always try and travel to Canada. But here's the thing. It's not easy. It gets really fucking hard. But like I was saying, it's kind of like Oregon Trail, where it's like you're traveling in the car, and it'll say, okay, so you've been traveling for a little while. You've used 10 gas. So you have all these resources. You have food, you have gas, you have bullets. I'm trying to think. There's another one too. I can't remember though. No, I said food. Food, gas, bullets, and something else. Oh, medical supplies.
Oh,
that's what it is.
Obviously, come on, guys. Fuck.
It's a zombie apocalypse. You'll need. So
as you're driving, you're gonna use up that stuff.
Yeah. So you need to like make a choice to stop.
Well, it'll bring you to a point where it'll say, okay, so all of a sudden you have spotted a city, and this city has a low zombie population, so it's going to be a little easier. And then it'll say, but the zombies are super aggressive here, so if you do run into them, they're going to come at you. And you know, so then you get out of the car, and it's a top-down kind of game where you're wandering around this little town, going into all the buildings and trying to collect resources and kill zombies and get new weapons and stuff like that. And then you go back to your car and you get the fuck out of there. So it was really a lot of fun. It was a lot more fun than I expected. Like I was saying, like Oregon Trail was always just like a text-based thing where it was like, yeah, you know, you go here, you go there. You might get out and do something, but you don't actually get out in the game. You know what I mean? It's like, it's more of like you just make choices and then shit happens. And this game is kind of like that because it'll give you a choice where it'll be like, hey, you can go to a drugstore, or you could go to an arcade, or you could go to a hospital, right? So you might say, okay, well, let's go to the hospital. Well, the hospital is a well-populated place. There's going to be lots of zombies there, but you'll probably find a lot of medical supplies too, right? So if you're low on medical supplies, you might choose the hospital. Whereas another time it might say, hey, there's a quiet house on the side of the road. There's a drugstore, and there's an arcade. Where do you want to go? And you pick the house because you want somewhere quiet to go because you're all tired and you want to sleep, right? So, and then there's other things where you find other characters along your way to join your party, so then you have more people with you, and that becomes pretty cool. There's also points where there was this one game where I was playing by myself. I didn't bring Kathy as my buddy, so I ran into this guy called Lunk, and I was like, oh, who is this guy? His name's Lunk. And then I go into his, he was like, would you like him to join your party? I was like, yeah, join the party. So he hops in, and then I look at his stuff, and he's got a Master Sword, and he's got a boomerang. And I'm like, oh, it's Link. Because he had a tunic on and everything. Okay. Like it was like this copy of Link, and they called him Lunk. And he was like the best fucking companion. I was like, fuck, this guy's awesome. He throws this fucking boomerang, and he's got a big sword and shit. And I was like, this is wicked. But I got to a point where it was like, someone in your party thinks that the other person isn't holding their weight. And he wants to leave the party and go on by himself. And I was like, oh, fuck. So I had to choose between myself and Lunk. And I'm like, God damn it. I'm like, I can't lose Lunk. So I picked Lunk. I left myself behind. And dude, I made it really far. I made it it counts down. There's like this little maple leaf in the corner, and it starts at 15. And every time you pass one of the things, I think you have to go through 15 things before you get to the border. And I made it to like 9 or 8 with him. So I was like, oh, wow, I actually made it pretty far. And then I did a run with me and Kathy, and we made it to like 5, and we got swarmed, like just straight up. Like I walked out of the fucking building, and there was just zombies everywhere. And I was just like, I can't even move. I'm just going to fucking die. I had nothing I didn't have a shotgun or anything on me. So like there was nothing I could do to clear a path. And I just got killed, like totally destroyed. Damn. But I think you really have to pay attention to the time of day and stuff like that. So if it's like late evening or evening time, you want to get in and out as fast as you possibly can, because once nighttime comes, they just fucking come in and just swarm you. And it's crazy. I couldn't believe it. But check it out, guys. It's pretty fun. I streamed a little bit of it this morning. I know a couple of people jumped in and watched. Thanks for coming out and watching. I might stream a little more later on. But it's a fun little game. Check it out. Death Road to Canada.
Cool.
What you got, Gunny?
Sound like fun. I went back and played some more Burnout Paradise.
Sweet.
I was like, do I want to play Forza 7? I haven't been into racing lately, and I thought I've got my F1 2017 game, and I was like, fuck it, man. I turned out Burnout Paradise. I fired that up and just went in and played a few races. broke down a shit ton of gates. I think I have more fun like breaking down gates and just fighting each one. Not even looking on the map like, okay, where do I need to go? Like, I don't think it shows you, but and then just racing around this time I went in because before I did the special cars, I was like, fuck it, I'm just going to go back to playing classic and just played like a normal, regular muscle car. And yeah, just had fun just cruising around the map.
Yeah, that game's
finding
a blast.
the gates, checking out, smashing through billboards, stuff like that.
Trying to figure out how to get to certain billboards and stuff. Yeah, it's fun.
That's the best part about the game for me. I think trying to figure out how to get the billboard that's way at the top. So,
and I thought I saw Burnout Revenge is now backwards compatible, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's pretty sweet.
I wonder if I even had that game on Xbox 360. I bought a few of them.
Probably not digital, right? Like I would assume you probably bought that on disc.
I bought it on a disc, probably. Yeah. I don't own them all, but I do. I should go back and look at my disc collection, see if I have that. Yeah. Because there's a few of those I bought from the Burnout series. But yeah, Burnout Paradise, I think it looks beautiful in running on the new, running in 4K, HDR, whatever it is.
Yeah. Yeah, it did. It looks a lot better. It definitely looks a lot better than it did. Yeah. Burnout's fun, man.
It's a fun racing game.
I'm wondering if this is going to make them make a new one.
They should. I think they should.
They're hinting at that at this point. I think with the release of the remaster, with the release of this, they're kind of gauging the way people are reacting to this. And I think they might at E3 just announce like a little teaser, like that would be cool. The Need for Speed team, like makes a little trailer for a new Burnout type game.
Well, the Need for Speed team is the Burnout team.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. They'll just be like, instead of making Need for Speed, instead of making a racer that we always make, how about we make a Burnout now instead of Need for Speed?
Need for Speed, because Need for Speed kind of choked.
Well, that's what I'm saying, right? They could just instead of having Need for Speed to compete with Forza, they could just be like, "Well, release a Burnout game that might have a better chance." Yeah. So it's like and
I think it'd be great to come out with a good soundtrack again.
Yeah,
another great soundtrack game, or included with that.
We'll see.
And fix that camera. I'm tired of seeing that camera. Like I don't know how it just gets twisted around sometimes. But I love the crash animations that they do. Like even the ones where you're like, okay, there's a ramp. I better press A to hit my boost, and it'll go up and won't even make it like halfway. It just kind of stops and crashes to the ground at that point.
Yeah.
Shit like that's cool. But then starts you back where, even where it'll say you totaled your car, but then start me off with a new car in the same spot. Like stuff like that. Let's make it fun.
And
they do. They make it fun. It's a fun game.
That's it, guys, for me.
Awesome. Nice. I say we take a break and we come back with some news. After this short musical break, we'll be back.
Listen up, guys, this is HGP, coming in hot, number 203. First rap left you wanting some more. Murder this beat like God of War. Squad never hungry, playing PUBG. Everybody spectating like E3. Don't talk to me about Fortnite. They call them skills, I call them dog shite. Wanna see skills? Get with Jonathan Hall. That's my dude, always playing Titanfall. Community server is on Discord, always on point like a samurai sword. Ryan says that he's having a baby, no need to act childish like Alan maybe. The Patreon link might have rustled some leaves. They're stealing the booty like in Sea of Thieves. Now that was a joke, they're honest guys. Don't call it a cult like in Far Cry. I had the mic, now it's time to drop it. Served by your friendly gamer shirt pockets.
And we're back from that break. Hopefully you enjoyed that song by our friend Evan Tanaka. Thank you, Evan.
Big E, what's up? Thank you for that.
Yeah. Let's get into the news, guys. Let's get into some damn news here. We got lots of news this week. Big news, small news, all kinds of news. So, let's start off real quick with with some sports news. Speaking of baseball earlier, Red Sox pitcher David Price insists that Fortnite did not play a role in causing carpal tunnel in his hands. Apparently, he was diagnosed with carpal tunnel a couple weeks ago or last week or something like that. After he's been missing a few games because of pain and swelling in his hand. He can't pitch. He's like, oh, fuck my hand. It hurts. It's going numb. I can't pitch, coach. So they like substituted him. They're like, what's wrong with your fucking hand? He went to the doctor. They said, you got carpal tunnel, bro. You play games? He's like, yeah, I play games all the time. Carpal tunnel. Gaming gives you carpal tunnel. You need to stop that. But he insists that it's not that. He says, no way did Fortnite cause this. You know? He said, quote, this is just something that happened over time. This didn't stem from one thing.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing, right? Fortnite didn't cause it, but Fortnite didn't help it either. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, let's just be honest. It's not helping. Especially if he's playing on PC with a mouse and keyboard. That's going to fucking hurt after a while.
Yeah, he
Well,
says...
I think even gripping a controller, it could, but...
He says, I'm born in 1985, so that's the video games generation. Being a Red Sox is the least amount of video games I've ever played, being in Major League Baseball. He said, quote, I saw the Brewers were playing Fortnite on their Jumbotron. This is very common. I know a lot of teams, a lot of guys are really into it. I've always played video games. I've always played it with my teammates during the off-season, at the field, at the hotel. That's my kind of generation. That's what we do. If I need to shut down video games and pick up a new hobby, then so be it. But I do not think that's the cause. So,
Right, but like I said, it might not be the cause, but it's definitely not helping.
Yeah. So, I mean, I guess it is what it is. I mean, I guess people just want to blame Fortnite because it's the popular thing right now, but it could have literally been anything, right? It could have been
playing baseball isn't helping either.
pitching all the time. Yeah,
it's that constant repetition that'll...
Any
that.
any repetitive pattern with your fucking wrists is gonna fucking cause it.
We're not going to name all of them.
I have issues with my wrist from work, from fucking holding grinders and sanders all day long. You know what I mean? And my wrist my hand swells up and my wrist gets sore and my elbow really starts to hurt. And it's probably carpal tunnel syndrome. And that's part of the reason why I don't play real pinball as much anymore, is because when I'm playing like...
call it the grinder?
The grinder, bro. That's what it is.
That's what you call it? Okay. I didn't know you had a name for it. Okay. Go ahead.
A grinder.
A grinder.
Oh.
There's wheel grinders.
Yeah.
Hand
Sanders. Yeah, there's hand grinders. There's grinder grinders. There's
What are you
grinder
trying to get
app.
at, Gunny?
No, nothing.
What are you trying to say, huh?
You think
What
I
are you-
was talking?
Yeah,
You
what
think
are
I
you-
was talking about masturbating or something?
Oh, gosh, no, silly.
He's thinking about the app. That's what he's thinking about.
Yeah, I remember when I was lifting weights, it was happening, but then when my daytime job was holding that hand truck all day, and that left hand, it was just causing my hand to go to sleep all the time.
Switch to your right hand, bro. Switch it up.
That's what I did.
In other news,
It felt like something different. But
gamers can no longer pre-order some hotly anticipated PlayStation 4 exclusive games on Amazon. Ever since God of War came out, a week before God of War came out, God of War it stopped being pre-ordered. Like, Amazon just pulled it. It was like, you cannot pre-order this anymore. Even though Amazon fulfilled the orders for the game that were already made before they pulled it, apparently during the time they pulled that game, they also pulled out Detroit Become Human, Spider-Man as well has been removed from the pre-orders. So when you go to the Amazon and you click on like Spider-Man or Detroit Become Human, it'll say currently unavailable. Because I did that recently, right? Because of Detroit. I was like, maybe I could get it on Prime for like $10 off or whatever. No, it's not there. You cannot pre-order it on there anymore. Apparently, the customers started noticing the change in April, before the God of War release. And there's no word on why this is happening. Like, people have reached out to Amazon, to PlayStation, and there's like no reason. It's not due to supply demand, because Walmart, Best Buy, and GameStop still sell pre-orders for the games. It's just Amazon stopped, and nobody knows why. So I guess we're wondering what's going to happen, because at this point you cannot, like I said, I was gonna buy Detroit Become Human on there because it would have been cheaper for me, right? Because I'm a Prime member. I would have been able to get it on release day for like $10 cheaper on disc, but I can't anymore. So, what's going on, Amazon? I'm kind of pissed off about it because I really wanted that game. I mean, for a discount would have been nice. But now I guess I'll just buy it somewhere else, GameStop maybe, or digital. I don't know.
Yeah, not even anybody in Amazon customer service seems to know what's going on.
Yeah,
strange.
Nobody knows why this is happening. I wonder what's going on. I wonder if like Amazon is realizing like, fuck, we're losing a lot of money on these games, because they're PlayStation games. A lot of users out there that buy these. Maybe we shouldn't sell these in a sale, like 20% off. I don't know, because the 20% off only applies to pre-ordered games. It doesn't apply like 2 weeks after release anymore. It's only for pre-orders. They took away the 2 week after release sale window as well. So I wonder if that's the reason they're just losing too much money on it. Too many players are going to Amazon to buy the games, and they're like, fuck, we're losing a lot of money on this. Or if I wonder if it's something else, like maybe a contract with Sony or a contract with somebody else that's like, don't put those guys' games on your store anymore. Microsoft will pay you a check if you just like pull those. I wonder what's going on. I don't know. I guess it's just, those are just my rumors and speculations. I don't know. I guess we'll have to wait and see what they do. Maybe at E3, Sony has like a special thing they're going to announce with Amazon or something. I don't know. What could it be, guys?
Do you think? Because it talks about items being back in stock, but do you think it's just with the digital age where they just only have so many and they just don't want to say like, look, we just don't have that many physical copies?
No, because if that was the case, then GameStop and Best Buy and Walmart wouldn't be doing pre-orders as well. Right?
It says here, Stephen O'Connor says on the chat that Amazon only had a limited amount of stock because they didn't know how well it would sell. And they overstock on a lot of games and end up losing out on a lot of the unsold ones.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
But
so Amazon just didn't purchase enough to
yeah.
That seems kind of weird, though.
It's still weird because Amazon could take pre-orders and know exactly how many they need to order,
and then just order that amount.
You just take as many as possible, and then that's what you order from.
No. But you look at your pre-order numbers and go, okay, 10,000 people pre-ordered this product, so we need at least 10,000, plus let's get an extra 5,000 on top of that for day one purchases. Yeah. If we sell out of those, we order more.
I just don't get that. It makes no sense, right?
Yeah,
you don't see as possible. You don't you don't put that number on your website.
You don't see GameStop doing that or Walmart being like, oh, we're gonna not sell these games. We should just not buy enough. You don't see them doing that. So why is Amazon doing it? One of the biggest companies in the world has a lot of money to spend. Why is it all of a sudden they're cutting back on this? And they're only doing it on PlayStation games. You don't see it happening on Xbox games. You can go and pre-order State of Decay 2. You can go and pre-order games coming out this fall for Xbox, and you don't see that being available for Sony. So why are they only picking Sony on that? If that was the reason, because they buy too much stock and they don't sell enough, you would assume that they would do it more to the Xbox games because Xbox has less Xboxes out there. Means less people are buying their games. I don't get that. That makes no sense to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So and ultimately they're
just picking on Sony at this point. So why if that's the reason Amazon's going to come out and say, well, we don't sell this overused stock or this overstock, it just doesn't sell. Well, why do you still have extra Xbox copies and not extra PlayStation copies?
Yeah, exactly. I can see them doing that with Xbox because Xbox doesn't have as big of an audience where it's like, oh, we're not going to sell as many. So they would buy less Xbox versions of a game and more PS4 versions of the game. So it just really, it's odd. I can't even think of what's going on there.
Well, and the other thing too is wherever they order those games from, they probably told Amazon that, hey, look, we can only offer you so many because we have to spread it out between Best Buy, Target, GameStop.
Why? But no, it's not a distribution problem. It's not that can't be the problem, because if that was a problem, it would be across all stores. It wouldn't just be Amazon.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so
And-
what are the numbers?
and-
What are the numbers
and-
with Amazon, Best Buy, GameStop? I'm just
And
using
let's-
those three for example.
Let's be honest, out of those 3 fucking stores that you just named, Amazon, Best Buy, and GameStop, Amazon is probably selling the most.
Yeah, because it's
especially in
easiest.
the U.S.
Yeah,
Especially in...
yeah, because it's so easy. You get it on release date at your house. You don't have to go nowhere. You know, like.
Right.
It's weird. It's weird. Yeah, it's really
Anyways, we'll see what happens with that. I mean, maybe, like I said, maybe Sony and Amazon have some kind of exclusive deal that they're going to announce at E3. Like, hey, the reason we're doing this is because we're going to do this over here or something. I don't know. Some kind of Game Pass, maybe. Who knows? In other news, in Victor, New York, 5 people have been arrested after investigators say they stole more than 300 video games from local stores and then tried to make fraudulent returns. 5 suspects, 29-year-old Shane Maxwell, 27-year-old Dalton Krug, 29-year-old Janine Kochmer, 30-year-old John Fayard II, and 38-year-old Jason Siegel have all been charged with falsifying business records. Between March and May, Ontario County Sheriff's deputies say the defendants used video games stolen from the Victor, Walmart, and Target stores and returned them to GameStop stores in Victor, Canandaigua, whatever the fuck, in Monroe County. That's a weird name. That's like Canada something.
Canadian.
Claiming the games were their own personal property. In all, the deputies
weird.
say the defendants received more than $2,000 from GameStop for fraudulent returns. So they were stealing the games from the Walmarts and the Targets, and then
Returning them.
trading them in for money. Like, hey, I'm going to trade this in, whatever, you know, like, yep, you get caught eventually, people. Don't fucking do that shit, dumbasses. But I wonder how they were getting all those copies from Walmart and Target. How do you get?
Probably grabbing them out of like the bargain bins and shit like that.
That's
I would
maybe.
imagine.
Yeah, you're probably right. Yeah, those, because they do have some that are like just loose right there, right? Like the 360.
Yeah, they
games.
like all the hey, buy a game for $20. They're all in a fucking bin somewhere, right? So
Maybe that's what they asked.
Yeah, because I used to deliver to the Walmarts, for example, and there's just people all over, like in the back that not just like walking, you know, like they work in the back,
Yeah.
you know, exclusively, and there's no way you can just go back there and take something.
take shit. Yeah, because
without
there's people
them
back
seeing
there
it.
moving
and you
pallets.
have to have a badge.
Yeah, there's people pallets. There's people putting stuff away. So, yeah,
Yeah, it had to be for the bargain bins. Or they
they
worked
got
there.
busted
Or they knew
anyway,
people that
so-
worked there.
Anyways, in other news, Sony has now announced their plans for the PlayStation Showcase at E3 2018. Apparently, this is the lineup they're going to have. They will be having 4 games showcased at their E3 lineup, only 4 games. First one will be Death Stranding from Kojima Productions. Second game will be Ghost of Tsushima from Sucker Punch. Third game will be, of course, Marvel Spider-Man from Insomniac Games. And The Last of Us Part 2 will be showcased as well by Naughty Dog. This apparently is the official lineup for Sony. I mean, rumors, this is just rumors and speculations, but apparently this is what they're going to show. So they got 4 games.
I heard they weren't doing like a traditional
E3?
press conference this year.
Really? So they're going to just
Yeah.
like go up there and talk about 4 games only?
Yeah.
What the fuck? I wonder.
So they're going to have a
Like-
separate event like that day?
No, that's their
Or that
E3.
week.
That's their E3 showcase. Like, you know how Sony goes like on Monday in the evening, like at 6 p.m.? Yeah, it says here Monday, June 11 at 6 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. Watch live at PlayStation.com. So, yeah, you can head over there and watch the stream. But apparently that's their thing, right? It says here that Sony will still have some announcements from third-party publishers and independent developers that were working on projects for the PlayStation 4, PlayStation 4 Pro, and PSVR. So apparently the event will start on June 11th at 6 p.m. Pacific time. So guys, I think we're going to be covering that live probably. But yeah, 4 big games. Those are the 4 main games they're going to showcase. So they might have like little trailers of other shit in between. It's kind of weird. But okay.
Yeah.
It works. I'm excited to see Spider-Man. I'm excited to see The Last of Us 2. The other 2, I'm kind of like over them. I don't really care about Ghost of Tsushima or Death Stranding at all. Like, I'm sorry, Kojima, you're cool, dude, but I don't give a fuck about your game. I don't give a shit. Fuck
You
the
don't care
baby.
about Norman Reedus and his baby fetus?
Fuck the baby in the throat, fucking going down his
Oh,
stomach
whoa,
and all
hey.
that. Like, no, dude.
No
Like,
fucking babies in the throat.
don't fuck. I mean, don't fuck a
Come
baby in
on.
the throat, but fuck that baby in Norman Reedus' throat. Okay, that's a fucking weird fucking looking game, and I'm just not.
I'm interested in it, but I'm not. I'm not even like it's not coming out this year.
It ain't gonna come out in the next 3 years, dude. That shit will be out on the PS5 releases. It'll be like an exclusive launch title for the PS5. Anybody who thinks that shit will be out this year or next year is crazy.
We're gonna see another trailer next year.
Yeah, and it's gonna be like a whole new trailer. Like he changed everything. It's just gonna be a whole different fucking game. It's like, what the fuck?
This time the baby crawls out of Norman Reedus' throat.
And it's not even Norman Reedus anymore. It's Norman
Reedus' nipple.
Norman Reedus is inside Norman Reedus. What does that even mean? That's what it's going to be.
Why is the baby on his butt cheek this time? He's running through the desert.
No one understands what Kojima does. He just gets high on LSD and makes games, I think. In other news, Minecraft update brings cross-platform play to the Nintendo Switch on June 21st. Minecraft players on the Nintendo Switch will soon build massive forts and slay monsters with more of their friends. The sandbox phenomenon will get cross-platform support when the Bedrock update arrives on the consoles in June 21st.
Wait,
you will now be able to play.
Flintstones are coming to fucking Minecraft?
You can now be able to play Minecraft with the Switch, Xbox One, PC, mobile, and Minecraft VR, like on the Oculus and the Vive. You can play cross-platforms with any of those people anywhere in the world at any time. Super cool, man. Super cool. The only one that won't get to join the party, of course, is PS4 players. They're stuck by themselves.
Sorry, PS4 players.
Yeah, sorry, guys. Sorry, eh?
Oh, sorry,
In other news, people are getting pissed off at Nintendo because they're not going to bring back their virtual arcade store, classic arcade store or whatever, on the Switch. They're just not. Before they brought it back on the GameCube, on the Wii, Wii U.
But they're making these sort of like they're gonna give you those free games now, right? Like Nintendo is pissing me off recently. Like seriously, with the release of fucking Donkey Kong Country, fucking Tropical Freeze at $60.
Yeah.
And they removed the $20 version off the Wii U store so they can sell you a $60 version of the exact same goddamn game. I will not buy it. I want to play that fucking game, but I'm not buying it unless I get it for like $20. I won't pay more than $20.
It's on the Switch now, bro. It's on the Switch.
I won't pay it.
But yeah, people are pissed off about that. They're also mad about Nintendo they're offering the cloud support now, but apparently you're going to have to be part of their online subscription service to be able to use their cloud saves to switch consoles. That's kind of shitty, but hey, I mean, PlayStation does it the same way, though. PlayStation offers cloud saves only to their PS Plus users. I mean, Xbox, I don't know how they do it. I wonder if they offer it to
you know
everybody.
what? PlayStation, at least you can stick a USB stick in and back up your saves if you wanted to.
Yeah.
If you really wanted to. You can't do that on the Switch.
Yeah.
There's no way to back up your saves at all other than this cloud feature that's coming or to hack your Switch to do it. You know what I mean? That's the only way. And then they're going to make you pay on top of that. It's bullshit.
$20
Another thing that's pissing me off about Nintendo.
So how does this work? Like, so maybe next year they'll do, well, maybe 6 months from now they'll do the Super Nintendo stuff, and then
no,
what?
Here's
like the
thing.
Cube after that.
Here's the thing: you're only getting NES games right now.
Right.
Those are the free games you're going to get. Guess what? They're not selling
just
anymore.
part of that subscription.
Guess what? They're not selling anymore. SNES Classic.
Yeah.
So guess what is still on shelves right now? SNES Classic. Guess what they're not selling you? SNES games.
Yeah.
So you're going to wait until they can't fucking suck any more money out of you for them to actually give you these games for free. No, Nintendo. I'm done, man. I'm done.
Yeah, it's kind of shitty. Nintendo just fucks. They don't give a fuck. They're like, fuck you. You're going to do what we say
No, they
because
don't.
we're Nintendo.
They will suck as much money out of you as they can.
They do it every generation. People just...
Yeah, it's getting really, really... like it's really pissing me off.
Yeah.
I almost regret buying a Switch now. Like, really almost regret it.
Damn.
But $20 a year for a limited library, it's just like online streaming?
Yep.
Why wouldn't they allow you to at least download it?
This is
if you have the room.
$20 a year gives you access to their whatever. I think it's like 20 games or something like that from the NES. Gives you the cloud saves and also allows you to play online. Right now, you can play online for free, but come the end of the year, you got Splatoon 2. Guess what? You can't fucking play anymore because you didn't pay your $20 a year.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Another rip-off fucking money grab from Nintendo.
I wonder if Smash Bros. Is going to have online play, and I think it will, and I think that's what they're going to try to bank on.
That's when it's going to release.
And that's what they're going to bank on, I think. They're going to be like, oh, this big new online feature to play against people online, but you have to pay us.
Yep.
Nintendo. Fucking
So
Nintendo.
we're going to charge you $60 for the game still, and then you have to pay $20 a year on top of that.
Yeah. Every year.
Just to play the game.
Fucking Nintendo. In other news, a South Dakota construction group hopes mobile game can help fix workers' shortage. A construction trade group in South Dakota hopes a new mobile game can inspire future generations of builders. Build South Dakota, the game, released recently on iOS and Android, offering smartphone and tablet owners a chance to try their hand at road construction from the comfort of an armchair. So, I think this is fucking stupid. They made an app to try to encourage people to work in construction. This is the stupidest fucking thing ever, because no one that plays a fucking game is going to know what it's actually like to work in construction in the fucking heat. So,
right, yeah.
How, you know what I mean? Like, as soon as you're going to get a kid out there that played the game, it's like, oh, this looks cool. I want to drive a fucking thing. I want to do this. I want to dig holes and fucking make new roads or buildings or whatever. They're going to get out there in the fucking heat, getting paid $15 an hour to be in the fucking heat and dying of heat and thirst. And they're going to be like, this is not like the game at all. This sucks. And they're going to quit.
So I think what's going to happen is you're going to get out there and, I could probably just be out there and like not even 2 hours in and I'll just be crying. And dude's going to look over at me, and the thing is just going to be like, it's not like pressing A, gringo.
Yep. That's exactly what's going to happen.
I'll just be like, I want to go home. Get my Rockstar and turn on my Xbox.
So apparently it says here the game starts with the first-person view of a newspaper job listing. Red marks scratched across the page. The player gets a call from the job site, then watches an introductory video before picking out safety equipment. And then you can play and build things and do things and like use different tools that construction workers use, like levels, backhoes, shovels, hammers, drills, all kinds of shit.
I would just be out there protesting, going, can I go into the options and go to the menu and press hire worker? As I got a rule, they all chuckle at me,
Pretty much.
Grab a shovel, kid. Come on. Hey, but those heavy equipment operators, they make decent dough. Might be a good trade.
Yeah.
Another news.
What else we got, Jesus?
Devolver's digital new SNES game makes you a douchebag CEO. There's a new Super Nintendo game launching, guys, and it's made by Devolver Digital, and it is called Fork Parker's Crunch Out. It is a game about a CEO who finds ways to motivate his video game developer employees. Of course, it's called Crunch Out because you're going to make him crunch to get things done. But yeah, that's it. You're an asshole CEO
Yeah, not much to the article that I see.
Yeah, your team, your developer team, just go play Game Dev Tycoon. Go play Game Dev Tycoon.
Yeah, that game's trending. It's trending on Steam.
Nobody.
It's on mobile.
Who wants to play Douchebag CEO Simulator, Devolver Digital's Crunch
Who wants to play it on their SNES?
Exactly. Release an app, guys. Release an app, and maybe I'll play your game.
Yeah, it's weird. It's like, why would you release an SNES cart?
Yeah, it's not going to sell. Good luck, guys. I wish you luck.
Well, no, I'm sure it'll sell.
It'll sell like
Devolver makes good games, and not even anything that this is not anything I could see them making or even publishing.
Devolver makes a lot of games.
Yeah, I mean, they make great indie games, but this doesn't sound like something I'd want to play either. They have a sale this week, guys. Devolver Digital. A lot of games on sale.
In other news, in Phoenix, Arizona, a woman was chatting with a teen on Xbox, and she tried to lure him for sex. Authorities say a Phoenix woman accused of sending pornographic photos to a 14-year-old boy and attempting to lure him into meeting her for sex is believed to have begun communicating with him while playing Xbox video games. The state attorney general's office said Friday that a Maricopa County Sheriff's Office investigation resulted in 33-year-old Lisa Korn indicted on Wednesday. She was charged with 24 felony counts of aggravated luring of a minor for sexual exploitation and other crimes. According to the general's office, investigators believe Korn began communicating with the boy while they were playing Xbox video games and then sent him photos, emails, and text messages. So there's that, guys. You might get sexually predatorized by a woman on Xbox.
She's not a very good-looking woman.
Makes a difference, people.
This picture is the worst.
It's always the worst.
It scared me when I opened the article and I had Jesus, what?
Yeah. It's always the worst when they take your mug shots. Grand Rapids,
thought he was going to score until he saw the photo.
Yeah, he was no, and then he realized he was being catfished probably. Like, that's her? That's her? What the fuck? Grand Rapids, Michigan, pretty much, there's a new ambulance that's being retrofitted with Xbox. An Xbox video game. It'll play Drake lyrics as it drives down the road. It's made for kids. And this has 3 Xbox gaming stations and over 100 colorful lights. Apparently, it's like one of those trailer things that you pull up. And
okay, so it's not being used as an ambulance anymore.
No, not at all.
Okay, this is what I thought
fucking
it
crazy.
was. And I'm like, why are you putting fucking video game shit in an ambulance where if you're in there, you're probably not in a state where you can play video games?
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
It says here that the stretcher is long gone, and now the ambulance is retrofitted with 4 TV screens, huge speakers, 3 Xbox gaming stations, and over 100 colorful lights. Yeah.
I mean, I would take this, drive it out to a cornfield and wherever, Kentucky. I don't know, wherever they got tornadoes, just play Fortnite.
Oh, Fortnite. The Fortnite mobile station. You get to
that would be
gaming
better.
for kids that
So this thing's
is destroyed.
So this thing's like an ice cream truck for video games.
Pretty much.
I mean, it does look like a paramedic ambulance
Rolls up
style.
in the summertime.
It looks like an ambulance, but it's black instead of white.
Neighborhood. Pulls into a park lot, just like, come on, play some video games.
On the side, it says mobile experience. Is that what it says? Mobile experience.
Huh.
And it has like a black paint job, but a bunch of looks like techie type paint job. Bunch of lights on it. Green lights, red lights, blue lights.
It's a nice design.
White lights. I guess. Yeah.
Good choice, 180 or whatever it's called.
Who the fuck made that? I guess. Anyways, in other news, guys, let's see here. What is this article? What the fuck does this article say? Wow, this is a long article.
Yeah, I'm looking at it too. I'm like,
we can make our own up too.
All right, we got a list here of games you should buy for your mom. For $3 to $10, you should buy your mother some iOS games such as Florence, which is a story game. That's all it has on here. Monument Valley, Gorogua, Prune, an artful puzzle game, or Reign Her Majesty, a deck building game where she gets to be the queen.
Monument Valley. I know Kathy really liked Monument Valley a lot. She played that.
What do you think about this one, Ryan? Clash of Clans.
About it.
For your mom. I don't know.
Clash of Clans, you don't have to buy. It's a free game.
Yeah.
Well, no, yeah, I know. Then Mom would just be bugging you every week for a coin pack.
You don't even need to buy any of that shit for that game.
Okay, I thought it was just more of a suck your money out of your game.
You can buy cards if you want, but you gain cards every time you play, man.
It says here for a mid-budget for $10 to $30, you could buy her Broken Age on Steam, Life is Strange, or Kentucky Route Zero, or Stardew Valley. I like those choices. I think Stardew Valley, a lot of moms would get into that game. It's a lot of managing. It's like what they do every day.
Another game Kathy fucking loves to death. Stardew Valley.
Yeah, Stardew Valley. Pretty good game.
I don't know about Life is Strange. I think if your mom's 18, then yeah.
Yes, yeah, that's
Wait a minute,
true.
how old would you be? Holy cow.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, Life is Strange is more like a younger generation type game. But maybe they'll identify with that. I don't know, Gunny. You don't know. And it says if you're spending more than $50, you should buy her a Nintendo Switch.
Yeah. I think I kind of goofed. I bought my mom GTA 5, so it probably wasn't a good idea.
You bought Call of Duty World War II?
Yeah. With the expansion pack. Sorry, Mom. Love you.
Call of Duty World War II, Mom. I don't know. I guess. But let's look at another list that our news machine sent us. This list is titled The Worst Games to Gift Your Mom for Mother's Day. I don't even need a list. I could just mention a bunch of games, huh? Says here
I just mentioned one.
Mortal Kombat is on the list.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's see here. What other fucking games are on this list?
Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yep. PSVR. Apparently, it's not a good thing to get your mom. I can see that. Any Call of Duty. Yeah, your mom probably won't like Call of Duty unless she's like a soldier or something. Maybe she would. I don't know. Maybe she's a Terminator.
Okay, I see the list. All right.
And it says here, The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. One of two ways. She either love it or be super overwhelmed by it. And because there's no instructions on how to play it, you know. But dude, I don't know about that. Skyrim could be a game that I could like because I've seen the video of that old lady who plays Skyrim every day. She's like 86 years old.
Yeah.
She plays it every fucking day. She's like, I play this shit all the time. It's a good game. Best game ever made.
Yeah. So
play this shit every day.
It's my shit.
So the best Mom's Day gift would be probably Kane and Lynch, right?
Kane and Lynch?
Another one.
Kane and Lynch.
Dog days.
Guys, in other news, Microsoft has posted new job listing for a new 4A studio. A studio. That's right.
It said...
They said that they were looking for a new manager of a new Santa Monica-based 4A game studio.
Do they have a studio in Santa Monica?
No,
or was
they're looking for a new manager to open one. That's what they said. Apparently, they deleted the job listing pretty soon after people found it, but they had it on their website. A new job listing for a manager for a new Santa Monica-based 4A studio. What do you guys think a 4A studio means? 4 A's. There's AA. There's AAA.
There's AAA.
There's 4A.
Is there a secret frickin' studio in Santa Monica for Xbox? I don't know.
No, there isn't. They plan to open one, though, I think.
This could be the beginning, folks.
Yeah. I wonder what a new kind of studio would mean for Microsoft and what it would mean for them to what they're trying to bring this new type of studio to the market. I mean, 4A, think about Microsoft's AAA titles or Halo, Gears of War, shit like that.
Well,
what does 4A mean to them? Does 4A mean like a single player type game with a multiplayer component? Does it mean an MMO? Does it mean a multiplayer only game? I mean, people are criticizing them for having too many of them.
About this, but I would think like definitely an RPG
You think so?
I mean, isn't
Like a
that
huge
everybody's
RPG?
first guess?
Maybe an MMO type game.
Wait, what are we talking about?
Like
Microsoft has a new. Well, they had a new listing for a new 4A studio in California, and I'm wondering why. What kind of game would we want to see out of a 4A studio? What does it mean for Microsoft? 4A, what the fuck does that mean? Because nobody makes 4A games, but they're saying this is going to be a 4A game studio. What does that mean?
Do you think that maybe the game studio is called 4A?
No, I think they mean to no. It's not going to be called 4A. They said the studio will bring 4A games to the gaming market. That's what it meant. Like on the description, that's what it said. They want to bring 4A quality games to the market. The fuck does that even mean?
I don't know. It's just, yeah. Maybe it's just hush hush at this point, but I'm sure it's just a AAA studio that they're trying to bring together to hopefully. I mean, we already have racing. We've got our Halo. We got our shooters. So I think the next step is definitely maybe not an MMO. I would say an RPG. I mean, I think they need something like a Bethesda. Maybe not in that high of a bar they need to set, but something like it's going to make the next Skyrim style game. Like they had the Dragon Scale game or whatever the fuck it was called.
Yeah. It says here that, I mean, most of the games that Microsoft has released lately, it's been AA, even though they market them like AAA games. Like Sea of Thieves is not really a AAA game. It's more of a AA. Recon was marketed as a AAA game, and it came out that it wasn't such a good game. It was more like a AA game. State of Decay 2, same thing. I mean, the gameplay that we've seen so far, it looks a lot like State of Decay 1, really. It's just, the only difference is the co-op kind of looks the same. And that's really, they're marketing like a AAA game, but even that they kind of dialed back, and it's now more like a AA game. So we're wondering to see what Microsoft could bring to the table. I don't know.
I mean, that's just me hoping, wishing that they would come out with something like a Skyrim, like a Fallout, somewhere in that meets that, right? Because we already have a lot of these heavy multiplayer, shooters. We've got our Sea of Thieves over in the UK studios, right? Let's bring a great single player game.
Yeah.
That's going to be, 30, 40, 50, 60 hours.
At any rate, I don't think that we would see anything anytime soon from a studio like this. They say they open a studio in Santa Monica and they announce it at E3 like, hey, we're building a 4A studio that's going to bring 4A games to you. Don't expect a game in 4 years. I would say at least 4 or 5 years for a game to come out.
Yeah.
Because you think about God of War, people talk about how God of War is such a great game, but God of War was announced back in 2014. It took 4 years to release it. So it takes a long time to build games that are quality. And that's what Sony does. People criticize Sony for announcing games and not releasing them for years, but when they do release them, they're fucking good games. They're not fucking around. They're letting the studios take time because they're like, okay, yeah, you need more time, we'll give you more time. You need more time, we'll give you more time. Microsoft is more of a company that's like, no, fuck you. Release it next year. We gotta release it. And then they cut corners, and this, Quantum Break happens, Rise happens, shit like that happens, and it's not good. But Sony is taking the opposite approach. They're like, well, no, let's give studios the time they want, the time they need to make any game they want. And they're not afraid of that.
That's what I want to see. I want to see a Rise, but I want it to
be good,
not be this just like linear, 10-hour game. I want it to be something more open. And if it is linear, let's say it is like a God of War style game, but hey, at least give me, 20 hours of awesomeness.
Yeah.
Then I can go back and replay. It's got to have value.
But we'll see what happens with that. I mean, maybe Microsoft will have a big announcement at E3 about a new studio in California, in Santa Monica to be specific. We'll see if there's anything that comes of this. Maybe they'll announce more than one studio. Maybe they'll be like, we have multiple studios opening up next year or this year.
Because we can go into that debate whether or not they need exclusives or not, or does it really matter? Of course it matters.
It matters. Of course it does. That's the reason.
Everybody went out and bought the X, for that's where our friends are, but then we need exclusives.
Yeah.
Whether they'll have them or not this year, to meet our expectations or not, who knows? We'll see.
Yep, and speaking of sales and stuff like that, I mean, pretty much EA, according to EA, PlayStation sales doubled Xbox One sales in 2018 so far. So whatever Microsoft has sold this year, EA said Sony has sold double what they've sold so far. So apparently Sony's still in the great lead.
That's to be expected.
Microsoft sold about 30 million Xbox One consoles by the end of 2017 compared to the 73 million plus PlayStation sold during roughly the same period, according to numbers released by EA Chief Financial Officer Blake Jorgensen. Apparently, Microsoft reached out and said the projections are inaccurate. And it says, regardless, we are focused on delivering amazing gaming experiences to players on all devices, and engagement is our measure of progress. We just announced a record start to the year with Xbox Live monthly active users up 13% to now 59 million active Xbox Live users. It's a lot of users. It's a lot.
That is. They've always led in that.
Yeah.
Xbox Live.
According to EA, they expect for fiscal year 2019 for consoles to grow over 130 million consoles sold by the end of the calendar year. So they expect like a lot of more PlayStations to sell and a lot more Xboxes to sell.
And that I don't expect the PS5 until 2020.
Neither do I. I'm on the same boat as you.
When you're doing something right, don't change it.
Yep. Why release a new console? Why stop your sales by announcing a new console when you got the sales?
You need that HD. You need the Pro to kind of come down in price before announcing the next iteration.
Announce a few price cuts and then announce a new console after everybody has the Pro, After everybody's already spent their money once, you want everybody to spend their money.
First,
Another news, big Xbox releases are coming out this month. State of Decay 2 Ultimate Edition. Coming out, guys, very soon on May 18th is the Ultimate Edition. May 22nd is the Standard Edition. $4.99 is the price of the Ultimate Edition. You can play it 5 days early. And it will feature Xbox One X enhancements and Xbox Play Anywhere support. So this works on your PC as well, if you have that machine.
That'll be great. Yeah. I'm curious as to, of course, my initial plans are, hey, Game Pass, I get to play it. I get to play this game with my current Game Pass, but what else are they offering with this game that's going to be with like that premium edition or that $49 version?
I believe
$50 for it,
I believe you get the copy of the first game. You get a copy of the Year 1 edition of State of Decay. So you get the Year 1 with all the DLC for Year 1. I believe you get access to some kind of DLC packs for State of Decay 2. Don't quote me on that because I'm not 100% sure. But like I said, you also get to play it 5 days early.
Yeah, probably not worth it because I have a copy on 360. I have the Ultimate Edition probably on Xbox One. Yeah, because I have the DLC for it. Those periodically go on sale.
Yeah.
So I think Game Pass is where I'll be. And you get your multiplayer with your Game Pass.
Yeah.
Which will be great.
And I mean, it's all there. I'm going to wait for Game Pass as well. I'm not going to buy this at $50. I don't need the first game anyways. I already have it. So I'll just wait for Game Pass to play it on the 22nd. But like I said, if you want to play this early, you want to play it before everybody else does, buy it now. You'll get access to it this Friday, May 18th, $49.99. It's up to you. I mean, personally, I'd go Game Pass.
There is an offline mode, so you do get a single-player story that you can play in offline or online.
Mm-hmm. I'm interested to see what the reviews of that game are going to be like. I honestly don't think they're going to be good.
I think they'll be mixed, just from what I'm hearing from IGN, GameSpot, other media outlets.
The people that loved State of Decay 1 are going to review it good, I think. And the people who were like, okay, State of Decay 1 was fun, but it had problems, and they were expecting them to be fixed by State of Decay 2, those are the people that are going to give it low scores, because I don't think they fixed a lot of the problems. There's a lot of it still there. They don't have motion capture for it. It's all animated motions. That's why the zombies are kind of weird when they run. They're because it's all animated. They drew all that. Right. It wasn't motion captured, so I don't think it's going to review very well. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, because like we talked about before with the first one, where
they kept
everything fairly simple. They didn't try and go too far with.
And remember they promised
kept the game running.
Yeah, and I remember they promised we're going to add co-op mode eventually, and they never did. They finally added it to this one.
Oh no, that sucks. Yeah.
Yeah, so
You definitely can tell when you play that game. You're like, "Fuck!" They definitely intended this to be co-op.
Because it's pretty hard.
Because there's so much shit that you have to do to manage.
And another thing they announced was that, currently to all the game preview people that have played it already have said that in the co-op mode, you can play co-op, of course, in this game up to 4 players can play together, but only the host gets to keep all the progress.
Yeah, just
like Far Cry. So like, so like if you're like if I invite you, Gunny, and I invite Wingman, I invite Ryan, and you're all playing in my game, and you're building up my base, and things are going awesome. When you guys launch a game and I'm not online anymore, and you want to play by yourself, you have to start all over from the beginning. That's kind of shitty.
I don't know. I think it's fine because if the other player chooses, because we already know what's going on with this game, so. I could say, hey, Mark, Jesus, could you come help me, boost this base up? And they could be like, sure, come on in. And, therefore they know they're helping me and not progressing their selves or their world.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there's that option. But then there might be a lot of people out there like, what the fuck, man? What's going on with this game? Like, I put, 6 hours into my friend's game, but, like, I thought it's my world, but, yeah. They'll soon find out that it's not true.
Yeah.
Hopefully those people played Far Cry 5 and got into the Ghost Recon Wildlands style same thing,
Yeah, there's a lot of things going to be happening in State of Decay. I'm kind of looking forward at the same time. I enjoyed the first one. So I kind of know what to expect, and I played a lot of the first one. So I'm kind of expecting the same.
I think I'm more curious of the story. like, do they have more story? Like, what's,
Because the first one didn't really have a story. Yeah, like the first one was like kind of a shit.
Yeah. But it was all gameplay, right? And that's what we were after. Kill zombies, blow them up, go where you want. Hey, do you want to complete the game or just continue playing this thing for 15 hours?
So, like, now, they're going to have a bunch of things. Like, they're adding a watchtower. They're adding generators, solar array, rain collectors. I mean, all this stuff was in the first game. Like the infirmary was in the first game. The barracks in the first game. But now they're going to add sheltered beds, outdoor beds, staging areas, kitchens. They're going to add forges, armories. That's going to still be there. Sniper towers. Field hospitals.
You couldn't fast travel, right, between the bases, or could you? I couldn't remember.
In the last one? I don't think you could. I think you had to drive everywhere. I don't think you could. You
had to actually drive over there,
yeah.
Right?
Yeah. So you had to drive everywhere, and that was kind of
So hopefully they add a lot of fast travel points to this.
Well, I think they won't. I honestly think they won't, because it's a zombie game, right? Like, you're supposed to be scared to leave the base or, like, the comfort of it, like... You're supposed to have kind of tension.
Night, right? Those zombies are going to be harder to kill.
Yeah,
right.
They get crazier at night. Yeah. They get like red eyes at night or whatever, and they're faster, they're smarter.
Dead Rising 3 effect, right? So I'm sure they're going to take some of that from those games.
But we'll see. And other things that are going to be releasing for Xbox, Gunny, you're going to be able to play City Skylines Natural Disasters coming on May 15th on... Xbox. Natural disasters.
So they'll add that to Game Pass? Cool.
Yeah. I don't think it'll be on Game Pass. City Skylines itself is on Game Pass, but Natural Disasters is a DLC that you can buy. I bought the Season Pass for it, so I should have it, hopefully.
So just kind of give you a little preview, Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
You can set random disasters every time you, even if it's a save game, it'll give you that option. Hey, do you want to set random disasters or yes or no? So even if you click yes, just be wary of any games you have saved that'll be set to that. But then you can quit out of that game, go back to the save game again, and
turn them off.
Turn it off, yeah.
It says here that you might have to prepare for meteor strikes and much more if you want to succeed. City Skylines Natural Disasters will launch on May 15th on Xbox, and it will feature Xbox One X enhancements. And, of course, the game is available on Game Pass.
Yeah, and it adds other things too, like evacuation routes. You can have a disaster response unit.
I'm excited.
Yeah, it's got other stuff. You choose the routes in which they go and how.
My city is going to have a lot of escape routes and shit. I'm hyped, Gunny. I'm hyped.
Just remember to make sure that they have supplies like food, medicine, stuff like that. There's some light management in that area, and I can talk to you offline about how that works.
Okay.
Yeah, your response unit, not your response unit, but your actual base. So
other games that are releasing this week on Xbox. Of course, Descenders is now coming to the Xbox. It throws you into the world of mountain biking, where every jump, whip, and scrub earns you reputation points. The catch, that you might lose it all with just one poorly timed landing. Think of it as a stricter version of the infamous Trial series. Descenders will launch on Xbox
Trials on
One.
bicycles. Okay.
An Xbox game preview on May 15th. So there's that. More games like what is it called? Ninja Slayers. It's a roguelike deck building adventure with an innovative card-based battle system that lets you customize a deck to suit your playstyle. It will launch on May 18th, priced at $14.99. Those who pre-order the game can get it now for $11.99. So, there you go, guys. A lot more games to council. I think episode 2 for that is going to release as well. It's called Hide and Seek. That is the narrative adventure where you make choices and your choices matter. The new episode is called Hide and Seek. It is the game episode. You'll have to make hard-hitting decisions, but also develop an array of skills to directly impact how the story unfolds. With permanent consequences, there's no going back ever. The Council Hide and Seek will launch on May 17th. Season Pass holders will be able to play it on May 15th. So you could buy it separate, or you could buy it with the Season Pass. Up to you. There you go, guys. There you go. I'm done. News is over. News machine is over. News machine is off now.
All right.
I'm done.
We're done. The news.
Let's get into the commodity questions.
Wait. One last thing for Xbox news, actually. 21 games are going to be removed from the Xbox Game Pass the end of the month. So for the Xbox One, there's only 2 games, but for the 360, it's a bunch of games. For the Xbox One, I guess the important system, Blood Bowl 2 will be removed from the Game Pass, as well as Defense Grid 2, which I really like Defense Grid. It's a really simple game. I like it. It was really fun. Tower Defense.
Grid 2 was a Games with Gold game as well. So,
yeah, it was. A lot of people probably
grabbed it then, and you had it free anyways. So.
But a lot of games are going to be removed from the 360, like BioShocks are all going to be removed. All the BioShocks. Borderlands will be removed. Dead Rising is going to be removed. XCOM Enemy Within will be removed. Operation Flashpoint, Dragon Rising will be removed. Sega Vintage Collection, Golden Axe will be removed. A bunch of the games are going to be removed from the 360. It's mostly 360 games, so I wouldn't worry too much about it, I don't think.
They'll probably just make it room for more Xbox One games.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah,
that's the case. Yeah.
But I'm
sure that's what they want to do, right? Because not that they don't have enough room, but they want to keep those near the top.
I think they're going to remove a lot of 360 games and keep more Xbox One games on there. Obviously, they're probably more important than 360 games. I don't see that many people playing 360 games, let's be real. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Community questions. Can you leave us questions in our Facebook
Gunny,
group?
what the hell is going on at your house, man?
It's not me.
It's my neighbors. It's my neighbors.
They're making noise outside. It sounded like your kid was running up and down the hall screaming or something.
No,
I hear a bird.
Yeah, no, they're like playing with some kind of toy or squeaky thing out there. I hear it. I keep hearing it too. Fucking neighbors. Fucking tell them to shut up. I'm recording the show here, damn it. Even though it's nice and sunny outside. It's fucking hot in here. Damn. Alright. Community questions, Gunny.
Oh, Gunny just walked away.
Oh,
let's see. Community questions.
What is this?
Community questions. Andreas Valderi asks all the leaks.
What?
I don't know. That's what Gunny put in.
Fuck does this even mean?
All the leaks. I think we talked about it already. The Walmart leak. The Walmart Canada leak.
Oh, the Canada leak. Guys, big news. How did we miss this?
Sorry, we didn't mean to leak your games. I'm so sorry.
So, fucking Walmart Canada decided to post a bunch of games for pre-order and shit on their fucking website. What are the games that they posted? I know they posted Rage 2,
Borderlands 3,
Red Dead Redemption 2.
Red Dead was an already a known thing.
Yeah.
Like,
What else did they post on there?
I'm trying to remember. I can't fucking remember now. Rage 2.
No, that was Walmart or Amazon. I was thinking
Walmart Canada.
Let's see here. I got it here. Splinter Cell.
Yeah, Splinter Cell. That was one of them.
Yeah, Splinter Cell was one of them. Gears of War 5.
Yeah.
And Just Cause 4, The Division 2. A new Assassin's Creed sequel.
Yeah, but these are games we all know about, right? I mean...
Well, we didn't really know. We didn't really know about Splinter Cell.
Gears of War 5?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
I wasn't even expecting. I was expecting a Halo this year, not a Gears of War.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
Wait,
what? It's Gears year again, isn't it?
No,
it's Halo
year. Last year was Gears year, wasn't it? A year before last was Gears year.
Yeah.
They skipped a year.
Long?
Last year they skipped a year. Yeah, last year they skipped a year and they were going to release Sea of Thieves and all that shit, but then they delayed it to this year. I think this summer we'll see Master Chief Collection on the Game Pass, and then we'll see Gears 5, and then maybe an announcement for Halo for next year. It's going to be weird. I don't know.
They need to come out with a Halo this year. They need to.
I mean, Rage 2. I'm fucking excited about that.
But have you seen Bethesda?
Okay.
Bethesda doesn't give a shit. Bethesda went all out. They were like, oh, fuck it. They're like, fuck it, okay. So they went over, and on Twitter, they tweeted at Walmart Canada. They were like, you guys messed this up. And they like drew a bunch of like lines on the box art, and they like, instead of like, they crossed out the way Rage was spelled, like they crossed out the A, and they put like the anarchy symbol A on there. And then, like, the very next hour or so, they released a picture that had the London Tower, the clock, and it was the time was 5:14, so people are taking that as a date, May 14th. So we may see a trailer drop for Rage on May 14th. And they've also been dropping hints left and right. They posted another picture of like this chick standing in line. She looked like one of the Rage characters, and she was just standing in line looking at like kind of an annoyed face, like she's waiting. So like, I think Bethesda just doesn't give a shit. They're like, oh, fuck it, guys. We don't. They're like, what are we gonna do? This shit leaked. Let's go crazy on Twitter and just go with it. Just build the hype, and they're doing a good job of it, I think. Because a lot of people,
they are.
A lot of people didn't like it, but I thought it was a pretty damn good game. It was fun, and I'm excited for Rage 2. I think that's gonna be, that. Unfortunately, it got leaked because I think that would have been a really big surprise. A lot of people were like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Not something people were expecting. So
yeah, and I think it'll be good, especially if they, they'll have a lot more. I'm sure they've had a lot more time with Rage 2 than they did with 1.
Well, yeah,
because it killed at the end. Like it started off good, but it was like, oh, what's going on with this barren wasteland? Nothing. But inside was good with the shooting.
Yeah, no, it was a good game. And you had your fucking boomerang stick thing.
Yeah, boomerang was cool.
Yeah.
Rage, yeah, like they don't give a fuck. They went over to the Walmart website, they screenshotted the posting, and like the community manager for Rage 2 actually, or the community manager for Rage, the original, went over to them and he tweeted at Walmart, he was like, incorrect key art, wrong font, not all caps with the sad face, and he put another arrow that said like, missing age rating.
Yeah.
Oh shit, but I don't give a fuck.
They leaned into that one.
Another things that Walmart leaked was a Forza Horizons 5.
Yeah, which is weird, right?
Yeah, like that's like a what the fuck? Someone was guessing the name, I guess. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see, guys. Bethesda is always good about releasing games that they announce that same year, like in 3 months. So they might just come out at E3 and be like, yeah, Rage 2 coming out in September. Goodbye. See you next year.
Yeah, there's a few weird mistakes too. Like you were saying, Forza Horizon 5. The next one's supposed to be 4. What happened to Forza Horizon 4?
Well, it's Horizon. Oh, maybe it's going to be 4 and 5 together.
One package.
They just release them at the same time. Fuck it, guys. We know you like to play these games and release you both of them at the same time.
And then they put up The Last of Us 2, Dragon Quest 2, which aren't they on like Dragon Quest like 7 or something like that? It's the other weird thing. Destiny Comet, which is, I think that's a code name in Destiny for an expansion. The expansions like in-house are called Comet for some reason. Trying to think what else. They have the Final Fantasy VII remake listed here. I really don't think that's coming out this year.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, just today, 4 hours ago, they released a screenshot, or Bethesda released a picture of a guy that looks all dirty with golden teeth, or like rotted out, or they're green teeth. Yeah, they're green teeth all rotted out, and on the teeth in purple it says 514. And then 21 hours ago, they released a picture of a taxi cab in New York City that has like purple anarchy symbols all around it. That says like "eat this," a skull on it, like a little hand. On the hand, it's like a 5, holding up a high 5, but on the hand it says 14. On the thing right behind it, there's a construction sign that says "Road reopens 514." May 11th, they released another screenshot of a guy that looks like a guy from Rage standing next to a taxi cab. And then they pinned a tweet on May 10th that shows a rocket, like a spaceship rocket, going into space with like purple, like exhaust, instead of like being like gray for the exhaust.
Yeah, I'm curious as to why they chose that color. What does that symbolize?
Purple? I don't know. Maybe it's the art, like the name they're going to use on the cover. That's the font they're going to use. Because the community manager did, when he tweeted at them, he said like this is the wrong font, and then he put a bunch of shit in purple. So maybe that's the color they're going to use for the.
You're right.
I think that's just placeholder box art.
You think so?
It just says Rage 2. Right, that's all it says.
Well, it is. Yeah, well, of course, yeah. But he was fucking around with them, and he was like trolling them, and he was like, "Yeah, you guys used the wrong font," but he wrote it all in purple himself. I'm wondering if that's what I'm saying.
Use.
Like, why are the what does that symbolize? The all purple?
Because every picture that they release has purple.
Even the fire's purple.
Yeah, like the fire's purple. Everything's purple. Like, so we'll see. Apparently, Bethesda's E3 showcase will be June 10th, 2018, in LA. So. That's Sunday. I think they're gonna go after Microsoft goes. So Microsoft's gonna go around 1 p.m. Either before or after. Because what did they do last year? What did Bethesda do last year? Did they go before Microsoft? I think they went after, right? Like at nighttime.
Yeah.
They went around 6 p.m. or some shit like that. Yeah. Nighttime. Yeah. So
I'm so glad that they're doing that shit on Sunday now.
Yeah.
Seems like Sony's the only one going on Monday.
Yeah, that's true. I mean.
And then Nintendo does their Treehouse shit on Tuesday.
Yeah. But there's that, guys. So I guess, Andres, we're going to be seeing a lot of talk about Rage 2 coming out at E3. Cool stuff. Sweet. Cool stuff. And like I said, we already told you about the lineup for Sony. Apparently, they only have 4 fucking games. So, I don't know.
Right, because they'll do something else.
We'll see what Microsoft has. Pretty soon the leaks for Microsoft will happen. Yeah. And all the leaks happen before E3 even releases. There's too much paperwork that they have to do and fill out and memos and emails to send to each other that it'll get leaked. You watch.
What's the next question, Gunny?
Next one's from Chris Dirty Bite Morsi. He says boxers or briefs. I know somebody's asked that question before, but I say none. It's hot.
Whoa.
Summertime.
Whoa.
Go Commando.
Briefs. Briefs are fine. Briefs are fine. I like briefs. Boxers are cool too. I'm both.
I'm a mixer. I like boxer briefs.
Yeah, that's what I like. Yeah, I like boxer briefs.
Actually, the wife just bought me a couple more pairs of a pair of Thieves. That's what the brand name is called. A pair of Thieves. And those are briefs.
Briefs? Like boxer briefs or
just briefs.
It's like tidy whities?
Yeah, they're silky and they're sweet looking, and mine are blue. And anyway, this is awkward. Blue. But she used her Macy's card and got me a pair of Thieves.
Yeah, awesome. Next question.
Next one, same one from Chris. He says, what would you give up first? Sex or gaming?
We did this already.
We've done this.
Oh, but I thought he...
Next question.
All right. Never give up gaming, Chris. He says, what got you into gaming?
Fucking playing games as a kid growing up, and then kind of stopping during my growing up years, and then later on picking up. I think Red Dead was one of the first games that I picked up again when I started gaming heavily. Well, it was Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare. That's what got me back into it. Gears of War and Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare. Halo 2 had a big impact in getting me. I never left gaming. That's the thing. Like, a lot of people say they leave gaming, right? I never left it. I always was there, like, playing Halo. So I played Halo 1, played Halo 2, played all those games. Loved my Xbox, loved the PS2. I guess I just been gaming forever. Fuck. Since I was little, man. I remember playing Legend of Zelda, Link to the Past on the Super Nintendo back in the day with my mom. So that's what kind of got me into it. I've always been gaming.
The thing that got me into gaming was a lot of like family friends had a ColecoVision when I was a kid.
Yeah,
and I think my dad noticed how much we really liked playing it, so my dad ended up buying us a ColecoVision, and that was where I started, and I never looked back. I've been playing video games ever since. Yeah.
I think I was,
whatever
13.
console it was. I mean, I was a Sega kid. I played all the Nintendo stuff because all my friends had Nintendo, but I had a Sega, so like I had that. I was on the opposite side of things, so I got to kind of play a little bit of everything during that generation, and then, it just moved on from there. PlayStation, Dreamcast, fucking, I did it all. I went through it all. I've always been. Gaming's always been a hobby of mine, so.
Yeah. I may have mentioned it on the show before, but I remember me and a friend of mine, I had the NES, and my brother shared one, and my buddy had a ColecoVision. Well, he got that maybe like 6 months later, or whenever that came out. So he had the ColecoVision. We'd always play Joust and, I don't know, was it Space Invaders or something similar to that on the ColecoVision? And we'd just play that shit for hours. But I remember...
You're talking about Atari. Joust. No, I think Joust was on ColecoVision.
It was. Yeah, we'd play that on the Coleco forever. But I'm trying to think of the other space game that we would play on there. And it might have just been like a re-release.
Cosmic Avengers, Zaxxon. I'm trying to think what other space shooters. Defender.
Yeah, we played Defender on there. But I remember we were going to a friend's house because, we'd spend a lot of our time in the arcades on the weekends, and because they were just kind of everywhere, from your local liquor store, grocery store to, any just downtown
arcade. I remember back in the day when a fucking burger shop, you'd go into a burger, like one of those burger shops, and they'd always have an arcade in there. Road Ragers or fucking, whatever.
Always Burger Time, you name it. There were... I remember we used to go to it was called Candyland, and that was just like the whole front of the store was just all candy, because that's when people ate candy batter. And so behind that was there was always at least 8 to 10 machines that he would stuff in the back room of stand-ups. But I remember we were going to our friend's house, and he was like, yeah, man, he's playing Donkey Kong at his house on, I don't know, it might have been the NES or the Atari. I think it was on the Atari.
Would have been Atari, I think. Yeah.
Yep. And I remember walking in. I'll never forget it when I walked into his house and just seeing him play Donkey Kong. And I was like, "Holy shit, he's playing Donkey Kong at his home!" I think my mind was blown. Just as a
didn't have to go anywhere,
right? It's not a quarter sucker,
you don't have to pay any quarters. What?
Yeah.
When I was a kid, me and the neighbor kid, we used to go around the neighborhood collecting pop bottles and stuff like that, and then we'd go get the return for the bottles.
Yes.
And we'd go to the fucking burger shop and start playing video games on arcade machines, and that was how we paid for it. We'd walk around the neighborhood knocking on doors saying, "Hey, do you have any bottles that you could spare that you want to get rid of?" And they would give us a couple of bottles, and then we'd go to the place and turn them in and get quarters and go play games.
I would do the same thing at at my locally owned convenience store, I'd walk in, hey, Joe, I got some bottles for you. Here's your quarters. I'll go play Pac-Man or Punch-Out,
Yeah.
Yeah. But, I'll never forget that, guys. I think, when I just kind of stood there in amazement and seeing Donkey Kong, even though it looked like shit, playing on a, big...
Yeah, but at that time it did.
300-pound TV.
You know what I mean? To you at that time, it looked like, holy shit.
Right. I was like, awesome. It's just almost as good as like a step freaking, arcade game. So, yeah. And I think that's just what I knew. I was like, man, these games are just going to get better and better, and they'll make better consoles, and there'll be more arcades, and they'll just be everywhere. But kind of weird to see that kind of dwindle, and everybody just stays home now and plays on a console and a PC.
Yeah. What's the next question, Gunny?
Next one's from JJ, good old friend John Jerome. I think the design of game menus are really important. Have you guys ever quit playing a game because the menus were poorly designed? I don't know.
Not that I know of.
I can't think of any game that...
Not quit, but I mean, there's been things that have pissed me off about UIs that, and menus and stuff like that. I can't think of what game it was. It was recent. A menu was like...
Monster Hunter, maybe?
Oh, yes! Yes! Thank
because
you.
That was daunting, right? I mean, wasn't it like, whoa,
There's too many menus, you know what I mean? And like, what the fuck is going on here? Right? And I get that. Like, it's never made me quit a game, but it's pissed me off about a game. That's for sure.
I think playing Ark Evolved, that one just had a strange menu to it as well. Because it didn't tell you what the items were. Well, at least it didn't give a good description. You have to be a fan of that type of game, I think, to get into it.
But you, Jesus.
I don't have any, man. I can think of right now.
No.
All
right.
No,
yeah.
Nothing.
Next one. Sean Fuller says community questions time. Like, I didn't know you wrote German, Sean.
Community questions.
Sean asks, what favorite childhood cartoon would you like to see returned into a super dope video game? I think they could really do a cool Ren and Stimpy game like South Park Stick of Truth, or maybe Beavis and Butthead. Sean, those are like probably the two. Yeah, I love those. Beavis and Butthead, I would watch that on MTV all the time.
I want an Ed, and Eddie.
Ed, I don't even know what the fuck that is.
Ed, and Eddie. They were on Cartoon Network, bro.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, I don't even know what that is.
You're too old to know what Ed, and Eddie was.
Well, I definitely know what Ren and Stimpy are.
Yeah, those were cool.
I also wanted I was going to say a Spider-Man video game, but Spider-Man video games are already made. Yeah. Batman video games are already made.
I'd like to see
Futurama? Is that a video game? It probably is. Like,
how about a Mask video game?
The Mask.
Yeah.
Oh,
not the Jim Carrey shit.
Yeah.
That's the first one that came to mind.
Saturday morning cartoon shit. You remember that?
Yep. I remember that. What else was there? I want a Tom and Jerry video game, dude. They have to have one, right?
They've done that.
Yeah.
NES, I believe. I think SNES has a Tom and Jerry game, and NES probably too.
They need to bring it back with like a Cuphead style, like a really hard Tom and Jerry video game.
Yeah.
Where like Tom and Jerry have to work together to fight people or something to get back home or something like that. You know what I mean? They could do it.
Yeah. What about Roadrunner? Come on.
Roadrunner.
A Bugs Bunny game? They already had those, didn't they?
They got those.
Yeah.
How about I'm trying to think of Saturday morning cartoons that I used to watch as a kid. Oh, Cops! You remember that show?
No.
You don't remember that show?
What the fuck are you talking about?
I'm sure if you said a screenshot, I'd be like, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Somewhere short-lived on there. Hey, you know what I want to see, guys? And I think the series to me died, but I was watching the movie that The Rock did just at a customer stop, and I was like, whatever happened to G.I. Joe as like in a video game series? What the fuck ever happened to them? Huh?
Ready for this? Hang on, give me a second.
Where's my snake? Where's my G.I. Joe?
I don't know.
Right?
Yeah, what
I mean,
fighting crime in a future time. Protecting Empire City from big monsters.
there you go. Yeah. Right? Wasn't that a good cartoon? I think I nailed it.
You remember this? You don't remember this?
Cops? I don't
remember that,
watched
yep.
ever. I'm looking at screenshots of it. I don't remember this at all.
Oh, it was a great show. It was like one of my favorite cartoons.
Do you
back-
think?
This shit is like old people status, guys. I don't know what the fuck's
I mean, Ryan, do you just think maybe this day and age you're thinking like, oh, it's probably sexist or it doesn't fit into this new era of America or whatever, you know? I don't know.
A lot of things don't fit in
this.
this new area of America, dude.
Maybe they think they would have to change it too much to bring it to a video game. That
No, I don't think it was that. Yeah.
You don't
I
think?
it just kind of faded away and it's just not. Yeah, who knows? But yeah,
You don't remember that show at all? Jesus?
Nope.
Oh, man.
At all.
It's so
I may
good.
have watched it when I was really little, but I don't remember that shit at all. At all.
Yeah. Maybe you might have been too young because
Might
that
have
was
been.
like,
get out of here, kid.
God, I don't even remember.
You guys are old. Let's still put it that way.
I think next question from Michael Gexiola. He already talked about our crazy E3. Well, he wants to know E3 predictions. That's a question. Do we have any at this point?
How about this? How about next week? We come back here and we all have predictions for E3.
That'll work.
Yeah, we could do that.
Like we'll take, I don't know, however long we need to take to just put out crazy predictions that we all think, and we'll write them down and we'll see who got them right and who's wrong. I want to be super wrong because I want some crazy shit to happen at E3. So I'm going to be all wrong. But it's my prediction, so I don't care if I'm wrong. I don't care. That's it.
I'm willing to do that.
Next week, we'll be back with E3 predictions, guys. Next question.
Do it. All right, next one is from some guy, Mark Cox. I don't
Who the
know.
hell is this guy?
Is he a member of the group?
Maybe.
You guys pissed him off.
Well, he wants to know, will Gunny officially apologize to me on the show? Ha, ha, ha. I guess he does need an official apology because
No, he doesn't.
I reached out to Mark this week.
let me tell you about something. When you have an opinion, you need to apologize to no one for shit. God damn it, it's your opinion, Gunny. You
That's
stand by that shit. America.
But your opinion
It
was
wasn't an
wrong.
opinion, actually.
It doesn't
It
matter.
was more like, this is what Mark said on this Xbox
It was a
Live.
statement of saying that Mark had said
It's okay.
something that wasn't what he
I
said.
believed it. I
Right.
believed it, Gunny. You sounded right. You sound right, though. Stick
And
with
I
it, Gunny.
proved you all wrong.
Stick to your guns, Gunny. Stick to your guns.
Man,
Don't
you know,
get into this shit.
and I'm trying to think back in my old brain. I'm trying to think back to that moment when him and Brun.
I agree with you, Gunny, because I remember him saying the same thing that you said. That's why I agree with
and
you.
it might have been like that they read it. Never, you know what? I'm just going to screw this up. and say,
You know
Mark,
what? I say for to bring the evidence to light, we need to go back, listen to older TXL episodes, and find the exact moment when Wingman said that, because I could almost swear he said that.
I think
No,
that
because
you guys would find out that you just heard it wrong. Like
Bullshit! No, that's bullshit because before Weeman has said he would never gamble or doesn't think loot crates are gambling, but I was listening to a random episode one day and he was like, loot crates are gambling or some shit. He said something like that. I was like, dude, you just said on the current episode that wasn't that, but then you said before that it was. And he was like, well, I don't know. And I was like, see, like, opinions change, dude. My opinions change all the time.
I already know what this week rant is going to be.
No, I'm going to fucking go back. I'm going to go back in time. And I'm going to listen to TXL from episode 1 to now. And I'm going to find the exact moment when this topic came up.
Episode 300, 400 now. So that's a lot
We're
of
going to
listening.
find them, Gunny. Okay?
Mark, I apologize. I did come off just kind of half. Yeah, I was like, this is what he said.
Never apologize.
Prove Ryan wrong.
Never apologize. Gunny.
Yeah.
And then you apologized to me in the comments.
I know.
Mark's
It was
like,
like that.
Don't
You know
I
what?
deserve a fucking apology?
And that was like at work, and then I got off, and I was like, And then, Mark's like, what about me? Goddamn it. Like, yeah. But I did reach out to him this week.
I'm saying this. You don't need to apologize.
We love you, Mark. I know they just got you wrong. I got your back, buddy. I got your back.
You're right, because Ryan did prove it all wrong. Even on the show, even on last week's episode. So I'm sorry. I just blurted that out, and I was completely wrong.
Didn't he have a question as well,
He
Gunny?
does. He wants to know, so what is the one game that you guys would love to see make a comeback on current consoles?
Uniracers.
Okay.
Wow. Should I edit in crickets there?
Okay. I guess.
Thinking of, what about Spy Hunter? Is that even on?
Hunter.
They did that on 360 and it didn't go very well.
Really?
I don't think it even ever came out. I think it got canceled. I don't
Oh,
remember
it did. It got canceled. I remember.
It might have been
that.
in some kind of...
Yeah. They were working on a Spy Hunter game on 360 and then it got canned.
I want a new, what's that game that Microsoft used to make on the Xbox? The big robot mech game. What was
Mech
it?
Warrior or Chrome Hounds?
Chrome Hounds.
Hounds,
Chrome Hounds. I want a Chrome Hounds, man. I think they could do it a good Chrome Hounds. I think the team at Titanfall Respawn can make good Chrome Hounds.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, they could.
Wow, I didn't even think about
Yeah,
that. That would be
Titanfall
fucking
2.
cool, dude.
They could totally make a cool, like, just imagine them like, fuck guys, we're like mixing Titanfall and Chrome Hounds together, but they're pretty much almost the same thing, kind of. Fuck it, let's do it. And they just release it as an exclusive for Microsoft. They would have to pay a lot of money to EA to have Respawn work on that, but it could be done.
I want Uniracers, like I said. You guys don't know what that game is, do you?
No.
You don't?
What's it called?
It was a racing game, and you were on a little unicycle.
Oh, God.
And you like did all these fucking crazy loops, and tracks spun in different directions, and
No.
I want to see that redone. Look it up, Uniracers. It was an SNES game. It was fucking cool. And the other game, I've said it before, I'll say it again, Road Rage.
They already did a remake for Reach this year. last year.
It wasn't
Ryan, I told you I saw...
it wasn't good though.
Exactly, so like...
I want a good Road Rage. I want it. Actually, no. I want Skitchin. That's what I want. Skitchin. It was like Road Rage, but it was like you were on rollerblades instead.
See, I googled Uniracer and a bunch of racing things came up, like actual like people that are racing like bikes on the dirt.
Try Uniracer NES or SNES.
Yeah.
No, I see this.
I know it's there.
This looks so lame, Ryan. Oh my god.
No, dude, it's so much fun.
Oh god, no. No, it's so lame. What the fuck?
Now
is...
look up Skitchin.
Oh, I've seen Skitchin before.
Skitchin has some of the best music.
Whoa, Skitchin pulled up a bunch of kitchens.
Yes, Kitchen.
Skitchin
2018.
game is what I had to Google. Okay, yeah, I see Skitchin. Yeah, that looks cooler than Uniracers.
Bitchin' Skitchin.
Whoa.
Whoa. But yeah, I mean, we'll see.
Yeah, so many games from our
Here's some of the good music from Skitchin.
childhood that
Skitchin.
we'd love to see come forward.
Alright, enough of that shit. Fucking weird fucking rock. Turn that shit off.
No, Skitchin was great. You were on rollerblades and you hooked onto the back of cars, and then you had like bats and chains and stuff, just like you would in Road Rage. So you were like trying to get to first place, and there was a bunch of other guys on rollerblades, and you were trying to knock them down and fucking get first place before, and not get fucking killed on your way there. It's a great game.
It's
And it's really-
boy.
It's a really hard to find game, like to try and find the Genesis version of it.
You know what's funny? I was talking about a monster truck game, to bring that back. But then I saw their PS4 actually has one. They have the license for it. I was like, damn it. Another game I can't play that they just released, like, I don't know, within this year, actually.
What do you mean?
Monster Jam. I was talking a few back about, bringing that to consoles or, us having a new one. But I saw that PS4 does have a Monster Jam game.
I'm pretty sure that was on Xbox as well. I don't think it was exclusive.
Okay. And I just missed it on there? Okay.
I don't think it was very good, Gunny. You know what I want? Actually, now that I think about it, I want a new Destruction Derby.
Yeah.
You remember that? You got in the arena with your car and you had to fucking smash the other guys up?
Yeah. Dude, I want a new PsyOps game. That game was fucking cool. I really like that game. I bring it up a lot because I really enjoy that fucking game. I thought it was going to be a piece of shit because I got it as a gift for Christmas or something. Someone bid me.
PsyOps? What?
And I was like, this is so fucking... It looks so stupid. The cover looks retarded as shit, but the game is fun. It's cool, man. Like, it's like a... You're a soldier that has like a... Oh. It's kind of like Beyond Two Souls where you have like psychological powers or some shit. You can control people. You can take over people's brains and make them do shit. And yeah, it was just fucking cool.
Yeah. I remember this game now.
Yeah. I'm
just watching a video on this shit. Yeah, this was a pretty cool game if I remember correctly.
Yeah, they never made a sequel to it, I don't think.
It was on Xbox and PlayStation 2, right?
Yeah. I remember I played it on the original Xbox. Yeah, that's what I played it on. So, yeah, there was never a sequel made for it, and it looked pretty good for the time. I mean, the graphics were pretty good. The gameplay was it was fun. I mean, and like I said, the coolest thing about it was you can control people's brains and, like, get people to do things for you and all this crazy stuff. It's interesting. But yeah, that's what I want. Yeah. As a remake. Bring it back. Cool. Bring it back, Microsoft. Yeah. Bring back some exclusives. PsyOps exclusive to Xbox. Console launch exclusive.
Skitchin! Exclusive to Xbox.
People are going to be like, what the fuck is this?
It'll be like a Shenmue announcement, for PlayStation. It'll just melt people's minds. Anyway, our last one is... It's a great question for moms, since it's Mother's Day tomorrow. Brian Tulp Jr. asks, what trait are you happy you got from your mom, and what trait do you hate that you got from your mom?
God.
I don't know.
I'd say a good trait from mom is just being nice. Being nice to people. I'm nice to you guys, right?
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Biggest asshole I know, dude.
Right? Just ask Mark. Right? Always apologizes.
Good.
I don't know.
From my mom.
I can't think of one. It's hard for me.
Yeah, me either. I'm kind of.
Because you gotta think back in time about how they were. I don't know, man. I don't know. Honestly, I cannot answer this question.
Yeah, I'm at a loss here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. But happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there.
That's for sure. That's tomorrow, right? And then Mexican Mother's Day was May 10th, guys. Dun, dun, dun.
Oh, Mexican Mother's Day.
No, that's what it is. Mexico Mother's Day is on May 10th every year. It don't matter what fucking day of the week it is. It's not like the U.S. where the U.S. is every second Sunday, right?
The second Sunday of May or something.
It's just like Father's Day where it's the second Sunday of June or whatever. And in Mexico, that shit's set, dude. It's a date. That's what it is. So, yeah, I had to go celebrate Thursday. It's a Mother's Day dinner with people, and I was like, oh, fuck. I totally forgot. I was playing video games. I was all excited until, like, 3 o'clock came around, and I got a message on my phone, like, hey, are you going to be ready by 4:30? I was like, oh, fuck. Fucking Mother's Day.
It's Mexican Mother's Day, amigo. Get your ass over here, Holmes.
But real quick, guys, I want to talk to you about something. The Destiny 2 puzzle. So you know how Destiny 2 just released their new raid, right? The new DLC? I put the hidden content in there. And you know who got into it? The Redditors. So Redditors, subreddit Raid Secrets, and it's a subreddit, where a bunch of people got together and they started piecing together the puzzles and secret messages of the raid. And they got this message. Thank you for taking the time to piece together this message, friend. The time of our final conflict is drawing closer, and you and Anna have an important role to play in the events to come. So watch over her, Guardian. I would have no life without Anna or the EXO program. I regret that we have become strangers, but we each have a path that we must walk. And ironically, there never seems to be enough time. Tell her Rasputin's first attempt was in the right location, but the wrong moment. Look here, and then it gives some coordinates like 43.54, blah, 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 blah. Coordinates in real life. So, one guy who goes by the Redditor name of, what the fuck's his name? I Love Science. I_love_science. He went to this location. He Googled it. He put the coordinates into a GPS. Pretty much in upstate New York. And he found a secret hidden stash.
Ooh.
It was a black tube that had a Destiny emblem on it. He opened it up and he found inside a spear based on the Valkyrie, which is a weapon you can find and temporarily use during certain missions in Destiny 2 and activities in the Warmind DLC. So he got a spear, like it's like a full-size fucking spear in there. And on top of that, he found a box with gold coins, along with the instructions asking the finder to only take one gold coin. He also found a set of notes and a journal for recording visitors. The note from the Warmind design lead Rob Gallerani says it encouraged the finders to share photos of the discovery and told them there are only 3 spears like that in existence in the world. One is over at Vicarious Visions, one is at Bungie, and the one that he found is the third one.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool from the Destiny team. That's pretty fucking cool. I'll give him that. Yeah.
Good on you, Bunny. It's awesome.
So, leave it up. What blows my mind is people on Reddit can, like, if you put a bunch of people together, they have a crazy imagination and can figure shit out. They do shit like this. And they figure this out. You know what I mean? Like, that's the crazy. That's what I think is crazy. Like, you could just put secret little hidden shits inside a game, and people will take all that and piece it together some way, somehow. And yeah, dude, this is what happened. That's crazy.
1,000 minds are better than one.
That is crazy, dude. Anyways, that was my Destiny 2 talk for the show. Always Destiny 2.
Early, see?
Yeah, that's Destiny 2 talk is always there. It's always there. But yeah. Anyways, we're done.
See, it's
a good way to end the show, right? Anyways, you can find our Facebook group over on Facebook. Head over to Horrible Gamers Podcast as a page. There's a link in there for the group. Join the group, and it's a closed group, so that means nothing you post in there gets shown to your feed. It only shows in the group. Also, you can always email us at feedback@horriblegamers.com. That's feedback@horriblegamers.com. Find us on iTunes. Find us on Google Play. Subscribe, follow, all that good stuff. Share us with your friends. It's the best way to get the word about the show. Do that. Spread us around. Tell your friends, like, hey, you like podcasts, you like video games, you listen to these guys. Don't be a pussy. Listen to them. And then he'll come and listen to us. So do that. And, follow me on Xbox. My gamer tag is Jesus Walks a Lot. Jesus Walks a Lot. Spelled just the way it sounds. On PSN, my gamer tag is G, the letter G, S-U-S, Walks a Lot. Because fuck you, Sony. You don't let me put my real name, you fucking assholes.
Anti-religious.
Yeah, that's what it was based on. It said, like, yours offensive. I was like, what? What? You telling me my first name is offensive to people? You can fuck right off if my first name is offensive to you. Anyways, like, I wanted to email Sony so bad and be like, fuck you guys, you are offending me by not letting me put my name.
See, you can make a story out of that, Jesus.
I could
go
like
to them and
I should go to
Twitter and bash them.
Oh, I should. I should go to Kotaku and be like, hey, these assholes.
It'll go viral.
These motherfuckers don't let me use my name on PSN. Hashtag racist Sony. Oh shit, I got a story, guys. I'm gonna go to Twitter right now. I'm gonna tweet at them. You are racist for not letting me use my name.
Just call them homophobic, xenophobic. Just give them the whole.
They assume my gender and they assume my religion and they assume my name is offensive.
I will pick up.
How dare you?
Pitchfork, Jesus, and follow you.
You'll follow me into the battle of anti-Sony hates?
Yes.
Guys, You can find me on Xbox Live, Steam, and PSN under Gib8777.
And then I'll put that Microsoft let me use my name, and they didn't let me use my name. And I'll even tag like Microsoft in the post too. I'll be like, you guys let me use this name. They didn't.
Microsoft loves me. You hate
And
me.
then Microsoft will invite me to E3.
Yes.
It'll be big.
Where can they find you?
Oh, go over to Xbox Live and on Steam and find me under Gunny Chief.
Well, now he's
One
Irish.
word, G-U-N-N-Y.
He's a leprechaun, guys.
H-I-F. And go play Ryan's game. Road to Ryan's home.
He turned into a leprechaun, guys. Shit.
I don't know what just happened.
Gunny is a leprechaun. He has a golden pot next to him. Gunny, put it
What
that down.
does Gidget say,
Finding a
Jesus?
rainbow.
Peace out, Brussels sprouts. I'll see you next week on the next edition of the Horrible Gamers podcast, the Jesus Goes Off on Sony edition. Bye. Bye, people. Bye.
Twitter.
Clean your controllers and go to bed. I was in bed at like fucking 10 o'clock last night, man. I was
Were you?
exhausted.
I stayed up.
Long week.
I was up till like 2 playing games.
Yeah.
2:30ish, almost 3.
What's up, John Jerome? Yeah, you're behind the scenes, buddy. Pre-show. Oh, Alan says he needs to kill you in Wildlands, Gunny.
Oh, that's a threat. I'm gonna report you.
Man.
I'm gonna report you to Facebook right now, Alan.
You gotta find me first.
All right, I'm gonna go have a quick smoke.
You're gonna have your quick
get
smoke.
this show on.
Go have your damn quick smoke.
I will. I'll be watching you, though. I'll be watching you. Don't you fucking you talk
Oven's
some
broke.
shit about me.
Oven's broke. Crap.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, no quiche this morning.
Oh, no. All right, I'll be back.
Why? How did you break your oven, Gunny?
Dude, right before we started doing this, it said that, I don't know, and we almost burnt the pizza the other day. Well, it was pretty much burnt. It's overheating, and it's one of those Whirlpool digital
like the
ones
on the
with
side.
the flat grill surface.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I went and reset it, and I came back here, and it's toast.
Broke it.
It's toast. Fried.
Today I'm vaping Superb Royal Collection. Some kind of blueberry, raspberry, berry.
Berry flavor. Raspberry.
No, it's like blue. It's called Blue Pixels. I'm assuming it's like blueberry, right? Blue
Yeah.
Pixels. It'll be blueberry, raspberry.
I like blueberries in my oatmeal.
Gunny, nobody eats oatmeal, dude. That's so
I'm
like
trying
that's
to.
so 1960s. Get with the times, bro.
I'm not eating raw quiche.
Quiche.
I'm trying to say that's cooked.
Let's see it. Let's be the judges of this. Could be cooked. You should go try it.
I don't know. I want raw, runny egg quiche. You finished God of War yet, Eric?
Eric, did you buy another
he did finish
PS4? Because didn't his wife get him a PS4 and then he sold it, and then he bought another one, or was that Brink?
No.
Brink sold it. Becca got him like a PS4, and like 3 months later, he sold all his consoles.
No, that was Brink.
Fucking Brink. Yeah. He was like, dude, I sold all my consoles. I was like, what the fuck? This shit's crazy. Eric, get on the show. What are you doing in the chat? Get on the show, fucking
Yeah.
goddamn liar. You don't
Skype
miss us. You don't fucking miss us. If you missed us, you'd be like, guys, I want to be on the show.
What are you doing on Saturday? Are you installing cable or what?
Yeah, no one installs cable on Saturday. No one does that. Nobody works on Saturday in America.
America.
Fuck yeah.
This is America. You work on a Saturday.
Fuck yeah.
Damn ass to work on Saturday.
I'm on my lunch. What kind of lie is this? You're on your lunch?
Eric's working in the rain.
Yeah, it's warm here in Northern California.
Eric, you should go home. That's illegal. You shouldn't be able to work in the rain.
Yeah, you
That's dangerous.
Shouldn't be working in the
You
rain.
tell your boss that you don't feel safe working in the rain. You feel offended. They're making you work in the rain. You identify as a non-rain person, and you will not work.
Do you think I am some kind of rain worker? You identify as a witch and you will melt in the rain?
And if they fire you, you could just sue them.
Yeah.
No big deal.
All good. And if they fire you, then you can come back and do the podcast.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, I'm ready.
All right.
The machines are ready. Everything's fired up. Everything's greased up. Got everything patched, ready to go.
I thought this thing was recording. What happened?
Oh, Jesus Christ, Gunny.
It recorded 3 minutes and then it stopped. Yeah. Let me restart this.